Hey guys, welcome back to another interview with Fizzchozo. Now, it's been a long time since we've actually had Fizz on the channel,
Uh,
as well as Fenrir. So, guys, say hello to the audience.
uh,
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing? Sorry, I've
uh,
been out of the boat for too long. You see, life, crap, work kind of gets on your way simply when you don't have time to think properly.
uh,
But you can blame society for that.
hello, and I I am now officially an animator, although don't still ain't got no money from it. But I at least made a pilot, so which
That's always good to hear, Fizz.
also I can make. I'm now capable of making some comics by myself, just using CGI.
That's
Um,
understandable.
I ain't done one yet, but it's probably very soon. You probably see CGI comics from me. Because I
Uh,
can make characters relatively quickly now, at least some characters.
That's good to hear.
I
Anyways,
see.
let's see. LeMay, hello. Jonin, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here, dude. So, anyways, what would you like to talk about first, Fizz? Would you like to talk about your animated series that you're working on right now with the
No,
audience?
I was like talk about Captain Metal only because the anime series. I'm not sure if that's even gonna get successful. I need a better computer, and spent the past year, literally the past entire year, trying to find a job.
Ah, yeah,
Never did, and still ain't got employed.
that's understandable. Like, I've seen a couple of people bringing up, like, what you can do, what you can try to do. So, if you guys in the audience have any suggestions for Fizz for jobs or anything that can be easy on his skill set, be sure to comment that. Oh, looks like Trey's here.
Anyways,
You could you
anyways,
should Oh yeah, continue.
anyways, I ain't wrote a script for. I ain't finished the script for Captain Metal yet. But yeah, the kind of problem I have always had with Captain Mel is it's kind of hard to figure out as how to get the banter working because it's technically two characters in one body.
Ah, that's an interesting choice.
So
Anyways,
Yep.
let's see what the audience have to say about what they remember from Captain Metal, if any of them do. Otherwise, you can explain away who Captain Metal is to the audience, and we can proceed from there.
um,
I mean, you sent me his rogues gallery, which
yeah,
is
I can't. I'm expect people to actually say something about the character in the chat. Just keep in mind. I designed both the character himself. You can check my Twitter.
yeah.
I
Like,
signed,
let me
yeah.
like show them what you sent me. Just let me pull it up, because let's get to that. Now we're gonna take that and we're gonna open it in Paint so we can take a good look at it. Which I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed, Fizz. Like, I wasn't thinking like a year or two ago. I wasn't thinking you were gonna like do anything to expand upon your characters, but you've really outdone yourself with getting into 3D modeling.
First of all, I've been reading model. Technically, I've been reading model since 15. Since that was back in 2017. I started practicing 3D. I just got really good at it lately. Obviously,
Oh,
I just got really good at it to the point I'm able to make cartoons and stuff. Because can now I now know how to do almost everything now in 3D art.
all right. So let me just pull it up to the chat. I mean, no,
There's still
go
some
to
See,
things
the
I
this is
chat.
can't
what
do.
you
That's only because of budget
do.
constraints.
I guess I was actually asking, how exactly have you been paying for all these projects? Because I myself, I've been working my ass off, and so I don't have anything to get off the ground, even with my Kofi.
I just make the models myself.
Okay.
Well, that's good for you then.
I make these models and stuff myself. Now now I'm good enough to a point where I can actually make cartoons on my own and stuff like that. But although it takes a lot on my computer, I had to push my computer to the limit in order to make that pilot, just the animated
Yeah.
pilot.
Okay, I can believe that.
Like that's the thing. It's my hardware. It's hardware limitations.
Oh yeah, I get that. Like a lot of the time when it comes to creating paintings and art pieces, it's kind of hard to like make very detailed stuff without bringing in the memory, and it's a pain in the ass. So I understand that. It's a
Yeah,
pretty cool design. Like it's simple, it gets straight to the point. So, yeah. So what
yeah.
are your plans exactly to do with Captain Metal? Like what are the main objectives that you're trying to build up for Captain Metal?
Okay, okay. After becoming a cyborg, he's on the run from CIA. He has to figure out why they're trying to kill him.
Uh-huh.
Um, now, he's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a classic.
at the start of the story. He's kind of a reluctant hero since he Andy did not ask for this. Andy did not ask for this. He was just a bodyguard before all this happened. Before the event before all this happened. Now he's a
Yeah.
cyborg running from the CIA. Uh, trying to figure out why the hell his own government is trying to kill him. While merged with an annoying robot that's part of his body now.
So how exactly did Captain Metal get this other, well, this cyborg part of him in? Was he like given it by the government? Was he implanted it by some psycho
Uh,
scientist dude?
no,
Like,
no.
Basically, was he
I'm
kidnapped by a weird doofusman who put up a crazy robotic thing up his ass?
No, let me explain this. Let me explain how this works.
okay.
Basically, who turned him into a cyborg is the company he was bodyguard working for this guy named Brian Wormwood. The guy he gets assassinated by the CIA, but however, Wormwood's company, Wormtech is a tech company, rebuilds Andy as a cyborg, even though they couldn't save Ryan. Um, uh, so because he had really good, they could save him, but they couldn't save Ryan. So it's Wormtech that turns him into cyborg, not the government.
Ah, that makes sense that they did that. But you also mentioned this new character that's connected. What was her name? Distortion? Distortion?
Distortion.
Distortion, yeah. Like you said, she had a connection with him due to her father being the guy that hired him to be his bodyguard.
Yes,
Like,
Ryan.
what's
Ryan
going
was a
on in there?
dad. Ryan. Now her name is Distortion's government name is Natalie. Brian was her father. He gets killed. Brian dies. The guy gets killed by the CIA. But the villain
Yeah.
of the first issue, I did design for him already. He's on my Ko-Fi. No, Agent 22. Yeah. So yes, but so it is connected to the kind of sorta, not really, because Distortion doesn't really deal with his villains for the most part. There's a supporting character shared between them, so they both basically live in the same area. At least the story start off in the same place. Jocelyn Drew, who built Mop and also is responsible for turning Andy into a cyborg in the first place. I ain't did design for her yet. She's a reclusive roboticist who prefers talk to machines rather than people.
Oh. Oh yeah. So what inspired you to choose Captain Metal out of the other characters you have spoken about? Like, was it the advice that Trey and I gave you, or was it something you came to a conclusion on your own after you realized Goofonoid wasn't going to work? Like, what was the like idea
Well,
you had in mind?
specifically in the way you were trying to do it.
Yeah.
The thing is, it will Captain Mel will be the easiest to make. At least him and the characters associated with him will be the easiest to make by myself. Without
Oh, okay.
any outside help. Yeah.
That's a good start because I was just gonna be like, was it because of the advice we gave you to Captain Metal being the more main star like character to bring forward to the audience?
No, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think about that. What I was thinking about is what can I do by myself without any help from anybody else.
Okay, that's definitely a better idea there because I can understand the problems with like, finding somebody who wants to draw this comic, trying to figure out if I need 2 artists or 3 artists for like the
Yes,
inside art, cover art, that kind of
yes.
stuff. Like it's the
Each
consistency
keep
that
in mind.
matters. Yeah.
No details that each individual title is meant to have his own have his own artist, the art style. So
Yeah.
so and the 3D actually 3D or at least a cell shade look will actually look the best for Captain Metal. So I can get behind Captain Metal being 3D or
Yeah.
something similar to that.
Okay. Let's read the comments real quick and see what everyone has to say. LeMay said, "Any luck with the temp agencies? That is how I got my first job. I do know some job training programs. Georgia has one with sheet metal. Oh wow." And Trey said 15 since you've been doing 3D modeling. Well, your skill should be a little better than that. Oh boy. Yeah, like I could understand like some of the elements there because
I have to learn every element of 3D CGI by myself. Yeah, keep in mind. Normally with CGI, you have multiple teams for everything. So you got one guy or a couple of dudes who do the modeling, a couple of dudes do
yeah,
the materials and textures, a couple of dudes do the animation, etc. A couple of dudes do
yeah,
the lighting, etc. But I'm just doing everything by myself.
yeah. That's gonna take longer, so I get that. Like I get that. Um. Oh, LeMay asked, "Have you thought of doing 3D printing too? 3D
Yes,
model,
that's
print
all
it
I'm doing
out,
that.
or sell the model files
Yes,
online?"
I've thought of doing. That's I've thought of doing that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like putting good use of your skills into something that'll be able to make a profit back. That's always good to hear. John and ask, my first question is, what's Captain Metal's personality and background like before his transformation?
Well, he doesn't he's a bodyguard. Animaine was his bodyguard who really wanted to be in the military, to be just like his dad, but he got disqualified from the military due to his hyperacusis. Um, well, he gets really good hearing, which is not it's the last thing you want to have for you hearing gunshots all the time. Um, that so it's made to a bodyguard instead. Um, he does not like his job as a bodyguard because again you want to be in the service, military service, not a bodyguard. So and he just kind of just so he just kind of does what he's told at his job, and then goes back home. He lives by himself in his own small apartment, his own apartment. His favorite food is grilled cheese steak. He's very, he's a Catholic. He's still a virgin actually due to him being unmarried. So
I mean, you don't actually need to emphasize on that part, but okay.
Alrighty.
I mean, I don't think people are gonna ask if he's a virgin or not. I mean,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah,
that's one of the things we got to really talk about for the unnecessary detail parts that eventually we'll get to, but let's focus on the questions that the audience is asking, and then we'll expand a bit onto like what's the rough draft plan, what's like point A to point B, so that kind of stuff. And Trey said this sounds like a good plot for a story. Alrighty. And John asked also, why does the CIA want to kill him if he was transformed? And as he cleared up, that was by the
well, that's our
man's
worm
company,
tech.
right?
Yeah, that's my worm tech. Yeah, that wasn't the CIA.
Okay. But like why does the CIA want to kill him? Like exactly the
They
reason.
think
Did he?
he know they think he know about what Brian was working on.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
Okay. Trey said, but I will suggest there's tutorials online for 3D modeling or whatever that I
I've
see a
been
lot of.
taking those notorious for years now.
Okay. Trey also said, no one cares he's a virgin. You gotta stop bringing that in. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, that's pretty much a good suggestion. Like here, like I said before, I will bring this up later on when Animaine gets in here. He's going to definitely be listening to what you have to say about the character and what your plans are, that kind of thing. So we're going slow here. Trey asked, so what is Captain Metal's powers and abilities?
He's really strong. He has the cybernetics he has. It's just his limbs and his spine, and a computer chip implanted to his brain. But most of his midsection is still flesh. With the cybernetics he has hydraulics. It uses his own blood as hydraulic fluid. So it's connected to a circulatory system. The limbs are made of titanium. They're not made of steel, and he's strong. He's strong enough to flip over a car. So that's he is really strong. That's the only thing he really has going for him.
All right, super strong abilities. Okay. Storm Corey HQ said some information is just for you to know to guide the character. Everything doesn't have to be shared or emphasized. LOL. In regards to the virginity. Okay.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. Like in story, he does not care.
Yeah. We'll eventually we'll track back down to that a little later when we have the whole full gang here. Oh, speak of the devil, Animaine. All right. What inspired you to create Captain Metal? John and asked. So what got you thinking about
Upgrade.
Upgrade?
Yeah, there's a movie called Upgrade. It came out 2018. I was like 16.
Specifically?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Upgrade and Bye. You didn't show them. You ain't showing them the mop, by the way. The robot that becomes part of him. The mop. The mop is actually partially inspired by Claptrap and Johnny Five.
Oh.
So he's this silly, annoying robot who's very egotistical and thinks that he's the greatest military strategist ever when he's a robot who never actually seen combat before. And gets fused with this guy, and he.
All right. Oh, John and asked, does he have any other technical kinetic related abilities?
Somewhat, but they're not the best. While in combat, Mob can calculate the best offensive moves to use for him.
Yeah.
Another detail is that Mob can take control of his body when he feels it's necessary.
Oh, so like basically sometimes his other personality from the robot parts take over.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Sometimes. One detail by Andy is that he refused to hit a lady. It's just like kind of like the Popeye thing where he refused to hit women.
All right.
And if that gets in the way of their survival, Mob will just take control.
Oh, okay. So that does make a lot of complex problems. I'm liking it so far. That's actually pretty good for some plot lines you could use in the later parts of your story.
Also, Andy prefers not to kill. Now if Mob feels killing somebody is necessary, they might have an argument.
Oh.
Man,
okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's expected he prefers not to kill. I mean, you don't even need give an explanation. It could be a Daredevil thing. He's a Christian, and to kill is a sin in the eyes of God. So
Yeah.
yeah, he can actually do a lot of good story stuff with that.
It could really work well for you.
Um.
Ooh,
Uh.
Gray asked another
He
good question.
he
And,
can, but he might want to keep that to a minimum. Keep in mind the government is tracking him.
that makes a lot more fun ideas there for him to like if he tries to insert his tech into something tech wise, they can just easily track him because
Yeah, I mean,
maybe there's something connected that they found from the company that gave him his abilities. That could be something.
keep in mind, keep in mind, he can't plug himself into anything, but he can use Wi-Fi if he chooses to. But again, the Montgomery might track him, so that you gotta keep that to a minimum.
Okay, okay. I'm digging this so far. I'm digging this because you're actually doing something here. It feels kind of like it kind of feels like a Hulk story, but you combine it with something more focused on him actually being alert sometimes, but also having the tech part take over him. That's
Mm,
pretty much something good, something
mm.
improved. Ooh, Jonan said he's chivalrous, basically being a virgin against domestic violence against women. Okay. Trey said,
Mm,
I mean, this sounds like the Zeta project all over again, honestly.
mm.
Okay.
Uh, uh, Mop may come off as annoying, but then again, that's kind of the point.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, snap nuggets. Sorry about that. Thumbelini. Okay, calm down. There's obviously probably the mailman. So, anyways, that would be a good reference. That would be a good reference for that. Like, were you inspired by the Zeta project? I've
no,
never.
it was upgrade, and it was mainly upgrade that was inspired. That inspired this.
Okay,
So
it could definitely work out well. Let's see what else we can get into. I'm going through like some of the interview questions that I've written down. I just need to get to my notes. But Fenrir, do you have anything to ask Fizz?
What to ask? What to ask? Okay, do you have a main villain arc specifically planned?
yes, I have a whole rose gallery for him. Most of them on that document I sent Kate.
Okay.
The villain first shows up in the first issue. I did design for him already. He's on my coffee. That's a lot of times I just say Ko-fi. I can't help it. Called Agent 22. He's based on Agent 47.
I see.
Same backstory and everything.
I see.
So it's a genetically modified clone created by the CIA for the sole purpose of committing assassinations.
All right then. Good to know.
Then we got Skull Reacher, this Austrian dude. Yeah, this Austrian. Okay, I'm reading the chat, but this Austrian dude called Skull Reacher, who has similar abilities to Doctor Octopus, and yes, these robot tentacles out of his back, and then only cares about himself. He only joined the CIA because he thought it'll be a leg up because he's working in fast food for that.
Alrighty.
I ain't done design for him yet. But regular human characters, it takes me less than 3 days to design them. But with more outlandish characters, I'm gonna take quite a while, quite a bit, sometime. So you gotta keep that in mind.
Alrighty. Let's see. LeMay asked, "How many issues do you have planned, or at least thought of?"
This is probably gonna go on for a while. Like I got multiple story arcs for this character, so
Okay.
I say like a minimum of like 12 issues, at least for the.
Okay. That could definitely work. Like, so Fred. No. Alrighty. So you're planning on doing 12 issues minimum. Exactly what is the biggest thing you're hoping to achieve with Captain Metal?
Biggest thing, like story wise or
Like,
financially?
I guess financial and story wise, both. You could expand a little bit onto that so we
The,
can understand where you have like goals from.
uh, the biggest thing I want to achieve financially is like maybe $5,000. I assume. Uh, doing his origin first, but then again, his origin is very brief. His origin, I can understand that the comic literally starts with the helicopter getting shot down. So he'd be already be a cyborg for most of his origin story. We don't learn about Andy. We learn about Andy through Mob as the story goes on. That's the plan.
All right, that actually works pretty nicely. You thought of the origin, how you're going to tell bits and pieces of him throughout the series. That's actually pretty good. I was looking at the rogues gallery, and it looks like you brought in the penetrator. Like,
He's always meant to be a Captain Mel villain.
yeah, I know. I was just like, I was still kind of surprised to see him there. I was just like, so we're
Yes,
going back to him.
yes, he's always meant to be a Captain Mel villain.
All right, got it. So wait, so I'm looking at everything, just reading what's been told. So the penetrator is a teenager who, after years of abuse from his controlling mother, willingly joined forces with a tormented soul from hell to become a demonic skunk badger like being that inflicts horrific violence against women. Penetrator possesses a ridiculously powerful healing factor, enough to regenerate limbs, super strength, and invincibility. So it seems pretty interesting so far that you've thought out their origins a lot more. That's
Yeah. Wait,
that's
that's always
good.
Penetrator's origin. No,
Ah. Oh, John brings in an interesting point. Ever thought of renaming him something else?
no. Well, what are
No?
you talking about? Penetrator? Think you talking about Penetrator?
Yeah, they're talking about Penetrator.
No.
Like, do you ever think they're not going to be taken seriously? We're not like trying to like look for it's fuck. How do I word this? Not a lot of people are going to take him seriously, even
Uh,
though he seems to have a interesting backstory that could, you don't want to fuck with this guy. But then when you hear his name, it's like, "Be fearful of the penetrator." Like, what? What?
First of all, he laughs about it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So keep in mind, you understand. You understand. He's one of those. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
He's one of what? Like,
But keep in mind, he didn't think of his own code name in the story. Other people call him that, and he just went with it.
oh, okay.
And he just went with it.
All right.
So it's not. Yes. He even
All right.
he just went with it.
He just went with it. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, Jonan said instead of the penetrator, something skunk related, since that's his villain. That could work. Because I think like if he looks kind of like a skunk or badger like character, it's gonna be the first thing people notice about him.
If people see him, because the main thing he knows about him is all the women he sexually assaults.
So everyone's gonna know he is the guy who did all this assaulting and like
That does not make it better.
yeah, it's it just kind of sounds really weird, Fizz. Try not to laugh because that is like I'm trying to think of what my reaction would be to a character like Penetrator if I was
It's
some kind of
disturbingly
fragment.
disgusting and should probably be shot dead.
That's the
Yeah.
thing that and you can't because he has a healing factor.
Okay. So what stops Captain
Then
Metal
cut
from
its
just
head
like
off. Healing factors have limits. Cut off the
Yeah.
brain,
That's
it
the only way you can kill
dies.
him. Yeah, that's the only way you can kill him. But yeah,
Then throw him to the moon.
throw him
yeah,
into a volcano? I mean,
that's the only, yeah. Chopper's head. That's the only way you
No,
can
no,
kill
no,
him.
no. A volcano, there's a chance he might come back from that. All the Bond villains did it. Throw him to the moon with no way of coming back and prohibit travel to that damn rock.
Yeah. Chopper's head is the only way you can kill him. But so
okay.
yeah, he's also really strong as well. You
All
can
right. The next villain, let's see. Agent Lynx. Lynx. Oh, fuck. I'm probably not saying it right. Sorry
Lynx,
about that.
Agent Lynx. You saying it
Okay.
right?
An alcoholic, sex-addicted CIA agent who seemingly cares little for the emotions of other human beings, Lynx is usually sent on missions when collateral damage isn't much of a concern, as Lynx is incredibly reckless, egotistical. Despite his vices, Jim is a well-trained CIA agent and is Agent 22's current handler.
Mm.
Ah, okay. Well, anything you want to expand on to him? Like,
No, there's not much. Yeah, there's not much to say about him.
oh yeah, that was gonna bring me to like one of my other things that I was I was actually talking to a few of my friends about, and I was basically asking to my friends like when I was telling them about how much money you want, like $3 behind, you know, Agent 22, and I'm like, I was asking my friends, would you pay $3 to see what this villain looks like? And I showed them your work, and they were just like, no. Like most of the time, I got no's. And it's not to say anything bad about like what you're trying to do. Like you're trying, obviously getting ideas of what to put behind the paywall, but a lot of the time when you don't have most of the characters out there, like usually when you get other things like exclusive villains, exclusive like stuff that nobody else is going to see, like you build it up, you introduce one character, you introduce another. It's kind of like you introduce the main crew, a couple of bad guys, and then you put the mysterious big villain behind it all, behind a paywall, maybe, possibly. Like I was like basically asking my friends about that, like we were expanding upon like what would make it worth it and all that stuff, and they said if you had more of your characters out, and even if it's just like simple like drawings and such, like you can well, I'm not saying like you can easily do it, blah blah blah. You can try and find some references and expand onto that for like later dates. Like basically say, oh, this actor is like the face claim for so and so's character, that kind of thing, or whatever. It's something you basically work on over time to kind of get people interested in seeing the characters more. But with having like one character out and then like another one that's your second one for the series behind the paywall, it's like, nah.
Now I'm going to release more public characters that are supporting characters and stuff.
All right.
So
like, who's your next public character you're gonna show to the world?
Thought of designing Jocelyn next.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see what else the next agent. Oh, okay. Oz Uzima, the pussy thief. Why is she? Is it a she? Yeah, it's a she.
Zima, the pussy thief.
Uzuma.
Dude,
It's
what
Uzuma.
the hell? Where do you
Uzuma?
get these names?
Uzuma.
Uzima?
Yeah, just call it Uzuma.
Okay, Uzuma, who is the ancestry is slime mold. Okay, Uzuma is a genetically modified sentient slime mold created by accident in a secret government experiment. Uzuma can shapeshift into almost anyone and is able to cooperate with the CIA. Though she is sometimes annoying due to her low intelligence, Uzuma's main interest is her growing sexual desire for a human woman. The CIA often using prostitutes to attempt to pacify Uzuma's lust. Of course, many prostitutes would be horrified to have sex with a creature, and thus Uzuma often turns to salt to satisfy her needs. Okay. Uh, why are the characters exaggerated sexually? I don't know, John. And Fizz, you want to expand upon that a little bit? Just don't go too much
Yeah,
into
that's
detail,
very weird.
because YouTube will take me down if people go way too much into details. Reminding everyone in chat, do not go crazy with commentary about weird stuff.
It's a dim-witted evil lesbian slime girl. It's pink slime.
Kate, this is the internet. When you tell them not to go crazy, you know they're just gonna explode and do it.
Oh god, you're right. Okay,
The main
Storm Corey asked, does green stuff ooze out of her
no,
you know where?
no, she's pink. It's pink anyway. It's pink slime.
Pink okay. Okay, Trey, oh my god, enough of the sexual bull crap! The character's like, damn it. We really need a Trey button right now that just says Fizz, no. Fizz, no. Because I can already hear Trey raging behind the screen, and he's definitely fucking pissed off. Like he
I can even hear it.
like I wish we could like let him slap Fizz through the like freaking computer. Like that's needed right now, Fizz. I'm sorry, but how many characters? How many of your characters in general have to go straight into the weird territory of sexual stuff? Like
sexuality and deviancy, basically.
How many of my characters? I don't know. It's spread out between different characters.
The fact that you don't know is kind of more terrifying than you knowing.
Oh gosh, John, and one or two can work, but they're exaggerated to the point it makes no sense. Oh, Animaine, getting in, come in. I need a break. You take over, dude. You take over. I need to scream.
Okay. First of all, can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, good. Sorry, I was having some computer issues myself, so I just said screw it and got on the phone because there's no way I can keep messing with that computer when I'm hearing all this stuff.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can hear you fine. Oh my god.
Okay, great. But yeah, Fizz, you had me for like a good 25 minutes with you're talking about everything with Captain Metal and your choice to focus on him and see what you can accomplish on your own. You know, that's
exactly.
all.
It felt like good, wholesome creativity.
And then it was like dancing on the edge of the cliff. And it was just doing a little ditty. And it was just on the edge. And then we started talking about these villains. And we just went right over again.
Exactly. He went back to his old self. For a second, I thought he kind of changed, but it just went back.
Every time you try to leave, something keep pulling you back to this sexualized stuff, man. And I know we've talked a lot in DMs about, you know, the advice I've given you, but you're gonna try to do it your own way and keep trying to do this. So I'm gonna see if I can help steer it to not have it crash and burn again, because we've been doing this for going on 4 years, man. So it's time to get some stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I was in high school when we started this. Now I'm freaking starting college.
Exactly. So, yeah, go ahead.
Another thing about Uzuma, this is important, is that they put there is that she develops a major rivalry with, especially Agent 22, and to a lesser extent with Scar Reach as well. But Agent 22 views Uzuma as his replacement. So it starts going nuts. Eventually, of course, the story Agent 22 starts going nuts.
Okay.
Trey said, I mean, once again, she'd be at the finish line and take a white off the cliff. Like, how many times were you gonna teach you this lesson? This is literally that scene from SpongeBob. Like, Fizz, we're literally telling you the same shit we said 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever years ago. We're in the same place as we were that many years ago. So, what the hell is going on here? Like, you gotta be honest with us when it comes to these villains. Why is the first thing you think that everyone wants to read? And there's a total difference between Tiger Man and Captain Metal. And you told me Captain Metal was for general comic book audiences. So I don't think anyone who's reading comics is going to be really into that. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck am I? Did I accidentally pick up hentai? What? What?"
Right, and then to add to that, there's a clear like theme here that you have where your positive characters or your protagonists, your heroes, they're either like completely pure virgins, never had sex, or if they have had sex, it was non-consensual, and so they're victimized. Versus like the villains who they're the perpetrators of sexual violence, or they're some type of deviant that just has this ravenous urge to just put something in everything or have something inserted in them all the time. So it's like a clear divide of, and I'm not saying you're or aren't trying to do this consciously, but there's a clear theme of like anything that is inherently or consciously sexual is bad. And anything that is not trying to be sexual, that's good. So
I do that on purpose, by the way. That's not by accident. That's not an accident.
Okay, I need you to make sense of that because I really want to support you, but like I need to understand why is that a theme that you're doing in like all of your stuff.
No, all my stuff because my Goofano don't have no sexual villains at all.
Wasn't there or maybe that was some other character, was the spider villain
That's
who was
I
like
played for the Tiger Man. That's for Tiger Man. I can't believe I can remember that bullshit. Like, my brain is just like, I can't remember this, but I can remember that one weird
I don't know, but I remember something about a crazy psycho killer who cut man's balls and ate them. Why do I think that was this?
No.
Okay, so yeah, just illuminate us for that, man. Why is sex so bad in your universe?
Oh my goodness.
Nah.
This is really not the kind of conversation I thought I was going to be in the middle of in the day. Really not.
Okay, we said.
I said, why is sex so bad in your universe? Like, why is it a running theme that people who are actively sexual are villains and your protagonists are all either virgins or victims that don't want like anything to do with sex, generally speaking?
Well, I don't have a single rape victim as a hero actually. And that's kind of, but I don't really. I make my villains hypersexual in some cases, especially with someone like Tiger Man, so that we don't care when he kills them. Because,
okay, I want to stop you right there and save us some precious time. Okay, so what the hell is with that? Like, you told me this earlier when we were DMing each other, and you basically said that's one of the reasons why you wanted to like keep these like things there with your like villain characters. And you basically, for Tiger Man, you basically said that it all takes place like this trafficking thing. I hope to God that like YouTube doesn't take me down when I say that, but here we are saying it. And you already have all these other things going on along with that, and it's like nobody's gonna give a shit about these people once that theme is mentioned. Like, altogether, everyone won't fucking give a shit what their sexuality is, what this is. They will already want them dead. So,
Like, that's the point. That's the point. It's so that
but
Tiger
why
Man can kill them.
expand into going into these unnecessary details? Like, I'm gonna get into a quick example as to why that does not work. And oh, gosh, so my audience knows that I play Resident Evil all the fucking time, and one of my favorite games is Resident Evil 4. So if Capcom decided to expand upon all the Resident Evil villains, like henchmen included, throwing some weird fucked up shit, and they throw it into the game and explain like why they're fucked up, why all this is going on. I mean, a handful of villains, like 1 to 2, fine. Weirdness, bullshit, whatever. I'm already expecting that. But every single one of the villains? No. I would not be able to sit there, read all this bullshit, and want to continue because I'd be like, what the fuck is the point of expanding on henchman number 3, number 5, number 18? I don't fucking care. But you're expanding on that, Fizz. You are expanding onto these characters nobody will give a shit about, and you're expecting people to read it. You're expecting people to read it, like know all the information about these characters, even though we're not supposed to give a shit. And you're trying way too hard to make them dislikable. And I'm not saying everyone should like them or whatever. We already are going to hate them for whatever fucking reason what they did with the associated problem. Because
It's like a moronic catch-22.
It's
Nah.
ridiculous.
Okay, so well, for example, with Captain Metal, the main stick of Uzuma was that she's supposed to be like the arch rival for Agent 22 because when he realized he's getting replaced.
Oh
No.
yeah, John. Yeah, John, and like Chief Irons is the only villain I know is a sex offender, but most of the villains do illegal experimentation and have like complex. Yeah, you should not use a lot of your villains same theme over and over and over again. Everyone's gonna predict, okay, what's Fizz gonna
This
create
is why
next?
most superhero shows nowadays sucks. All the villains are basically the same if you think about it, and have the same goddamn origin,
Yeah,
tech-based powers. You need to diversify your creativity of where the villains come from.
No. Oh, wait. All Captain Metal villains the same? I mean, they're not similar. I mean, Uzuma.
okay, let me count how many we have that has a connection to sex. Okay, so we have Penetrator, we have Agent Lynx, we have Uzuma. That's 3 already. 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 out of 5. So if every 3 out of 5 villains are the same bullshit characters in every one of your superhero stories, guess what? People are going to be like, why the fuck is there so many details about this guy's like, sex life? Nobody's gonna give a fuck. Fizz, nobody's going to give a fuck. If they've done something bad, chances are that main audience is already going to be like, yeah, this person sucks. I want them dead.
Nah,
You can't just-
although Agent Lynx is not a sex offender though. But
it still goes back into the category of sex.
The thing with Uzuma, the reason why I made a character like that, specifically that character, is because the archetype of character that is a slime monster is a lesbian, a horny lesbian. So I just made a horny lesbian because that's the archetype of that character.
Yeah, you guys want to take the dance floor while I try and figure out what my brain is trying to tell me with all this bullshit?
Yeah, I'll chime in for a sec. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So you said that you made Uzuma like that because that's the archetype of the character.
Because that's what slime monsters tend to be.
Okay. Since you already have so many other characters, granted, yes, it's only 3 out of 5 right now, but still, that's a a large amount. Why not do something different with her? Like I know that's the trope or whatever, the archetype, but you could just take it in a different direction and say, hey, she's this stuff, but not a lesbian, or she's a lesbian, but
Exactly.
she's not sex crazed. Like, you don't have to just say, well, this is the archetype, so I'm gonna do it just like this. Like, this is a great way to. I know this is a pretty cursed phrase at this point in our society, but you could subvert expectations by having the slime girl not be a sex crazed lesbian if that's what the trope is.
I think I don't know if I forgot how many sex crazed lesbian slimes I've seen in fiction, most because of anime.
Well, you're saying it like it's just a thing to do. Like, oh, isekai.
Dude, what
Well,
anime do
obviously
you
it's
watch?
gonna be a harem anime. Oh, it's a shonen battle shonen. Or obviously we're gonna have power ups and dudes with a lot of muscles. Like you're
And
saying it
screaming
like
all the time.
it's that type of thing where like, oh, if you see a slime monster, you just know it's gonna be a sex crazed lesbian.
Where did you get this
So-
idea? What anime do you watch,
I don't
man?
know, man. I've only seen the last anime I saw with a slime person in it was the isekai one that I can't remember the name, but it was good and I liked it.
Nah,
And-
that one anime made me hate isekai. By the way, just that one. Well,
Fizz, I want to say so many things, but I'm not gonna derail because then we're gonna be here for 8 years.
It's just so much, man. 4 years, and we're still here.
I guess I should be happy for like the progress that's been here, but yeah, we're gonna have to. It's gonna take some work to deal with all this sexualized stuff in here, man.
okay.
Okay. Here's the thing. Just listen up. When I write my things and my characters, I like to give myself limits and lines that I cannot cross, because through those things you can see and show your true and greater creativity. Because when you have limits, your mind creates ways to outmaneuver them.
It's
Try
clear.
to focus on creating a family-friendly, no sex or profanity thing.
I don't use profanity a lot. Actually, I don't use profanity. Hardly use profanity at all.
Basically, imagine if you're under the Comics Division Code.
Yeah, but I hardly use profanity at all.
I'm
What?
going to really just hold something back because I obviously will. If I do not hold it back, it's gonna go nuts. So, let's imagine Trey's your editor, and you give the script to Trey. How is Trey going to react? A, nod his head and say, yes, Fizz, this is the greatest script I've ever read. Or B, he's gonna be... Sorry, I'm giggling a little bit.
Kate, don't finish this. We all know we're going to go with this. America is a big place, but it's fairly small. Trey can find you.
Okay, let me finish my statement. The two anime cast that are horny slime girls. We got Queen's Blade, of course, because everyone's horny in that, and also Monster Musume. So, and I think there are others as well. Like Dr. Crafty has slime girl, and then she wants to screw herself. It was weird. So that's 3 slime girls right there. So that's kind of the archetype.
Okay, so dare to be different and go against the archetype.
Okay.
You
That's
know,
all
if
I
I
got.
was writing a slime girl
That
villain,
whole-
I'd kind of try to make it into some kind of poetic tragedy where the character is forever stuck in that. She can't feel anything. She can't eat. Just in a state of pure slime that makes her go complete berserk and
No,
psychopathic.
she was never human to begin with. But she was never human to begin with.
But like when
Yeah.
you really think about it, like there's a lot of things you could do with that. Like if you see somebody outside of your test tube doing all these human things, you'd want to do it too. But then you realize you're made out of slime. You can't hold.
You're not
any of these
human.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
feel, you can't eat, you can't truly want anything, but you want it, and it's a form of nightmarish existence.
Yeah.
Mm.
in such a way you could actually write a good character here. Imagine that the slime girl wants to be human, so she tries to make an experiment where she changes consciousness with an actual person, but the hero has to stop them because it's still wrong, because she'll be imprisoning another person into her fate instead of her.
Okay, I think I can change Uzuma. I pretty much think I could change Uzuma to something else.
Make it fantastical, not perverted. Superheroes are supposed to be fantastical.
And this is also your general audience. Like if I was like, since there's no age limit, is there going to be an age rating for this? Like, you gotta be 13 to read, you gotta be 18 to read. Like,
there isn't going to be any nudity in Captain Metal. Like, we won't see Uzuma actually having in the act of having sex or nothing like that. We don't see nothing. I don't plan to show nothing like that. But at the same time, I was planning a scene where the CIA is going to use Uzuma to torture a woman to confessing.
Actually, you know what? That slime girl thing, don't use it. That's mine. I'm going to do it in my story. Screw you.
Ooh. Womp womp.
No, I'm using Uzuma. I'm using Uzuma, but I'm probably going to change that character then.
Good.
Okay.
It's mine now.
Good idea.
No, the main purpose of the story is to make Agent 22 feel insecure. Because the most important the most important villains for Captain Metal are Agent 22 and Skull Reacher and Penetrator.
I can agree there.
Those three are the most Those three are the kind of most important.
I'm not even gonna comment on Penetrator because then we'll be here for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
The name alone, Penetrator, seems like the kind of name you'd give a psychotic rapist supervillain.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what he is, right?
Yes.
Nail right on the head there. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not even done. I'm not even gonna try to convince him not to do it. Go ahead, put him in there.
Yeah, Penetrator's gonna be in there. There's no way he's not in there.
Go ahead, put him in there. Put him in there exactly as he is, and just see where the chips lay. Because clearly, you have to use a very poor turn of phrase, you have a hard on for this character, and no matter how many times we tell you this is a bad idea, you just insist that he has to be in it, and he has to do all this stuff. So go ahead and put him in there, and then when what we all expect happen, just know we tried to not have it happen, and maybe we could be wrong, and it won't.
Maybe you made some success.
And we could be proven wrong, but I doubt it.
Here's the thing, Fizz. We don't say the things we say because we want to harm you. We're saying this because we want to help you. We don't want you to release this and then it's hated. All your hard work and time went to nothing. We just really want to help you avoid that kind of realization because that never ends well when you come into it.
Yeah, Penetrator is going to be the same. I'm not. That's he's going to be there. Yeah. And Captain Metal is going to mutilate him a couple times. It doesn't matter. Penetrator always comes back.
Well, I just want to make it absolutely known to the public that is watching. Me, Kate, Animaine, we tried. Okay. In the future, no one blame us. We tried.
Trey too. He was on them. I remember them streams with Trey. And he chewed you out good when he first heard about Penetrator. So we've all been consistently here this whole time. So let the record show we all tried to steer him off this route. He just wouldn't. He just kept getting back on the road that was going to drive him off the cliff.
Do not blame any of us.
Now, one thing I want to know from you is how do you feel about Skull Reacher just from the description?
Refresh my memory again. I think that was when my internet just said F it, and I missed a good few minutes of it. So brush me up on or catch me up on Skull Reacher.
He's some Austrian dude who's stuck working at fast food at some grill. Even though because he went to college to get a robotics degree, only for that degree not to matter, and he's getting really pissed off with his aunt telling him he's wasting his life. And then one day the CIA knocks on his doorstep saying we need somebody who's good at robotics. And then he decides to jump. He jumps at the opportunity and use government funding to build himself some Dr. Octopus arms, and so because the government needs him to fight Captain Metal. But then he begins using his CIA connections to start criminal enterprise secretly.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. It sounds very much like a Spider-Man-esque villain of the sort of the Joe Everyman sort of blue collar type of guy down on his luck, trying to make use of his area of expertise, but his life sucks. So, by chance, he ends up going into a life of crime because, hey, I'm a genius and no one wants to hire me for their big tech firm or whatever, but I just happened to stumble across this plutonium and all this metal. Might as well make myself an indestructible suit and start robbing banks. So, now I will say with the name like Scar Reacher, it's giving me anime vibes. Can you spell it for me?
SKULL. Skull Reacher.
Skull Reacher. Oh, okay. I thought you said Scar Reacher. Okay, Skull Reacher. Okay. Well, still, it kind of gives me it takes it a different direction for me, but I'm really interested probably in what his design would be more than anyone else. Because with a name like that, I'm just imagining all type of crazy fight scenes and stuff with somebody like Skull Reacher. It sounds almost like, I know he's not the big bad, or is he the big bad?
He's one of them. He's close.
Okay, because with a name like Skull Reacher, you can't have him be like one of the lower tier villains.
Oh no, he's not. He's up there. He's up there.
Okay, good.
He's up there. He's up there.
Okay, that's good. Well then, yeah. From what I've heard so far, I'm interested in him, and I hope you come up with a cool design for him and everything.
That might take a little longer design because Standard Humans design pretty quickly but for some cyborg characters like that, might take a little bit longer. So
that's fine. You got look, the best designs usually take a good while to iron out and have them be whole anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
All right. What's next on the docket, y'all?
No. And Penetrator. Now, how first accounts the Penetrator is.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Is that basically there's going to be a story arc where Andy's thinking about trying to leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to use the cartel to help smuggle him out the country. But then the cartel boss wife got kidnapped by the Penetrator. As part of some evil scheme by Penetrator to basically torment the cartel boss. And Captain Metal has to do him a favor by rescuing his wife from the Penetrator. And during the rescue, he winds up killing one of Penetrator's dogs because he has a bunch of dogs. This sets Penetrator off the handle, and now he swears revenge. And then eventually Penetrator will get a kid sidekick called Mr. Dose.
Why would you give someone called the Penetrator and allow him to be 5 feet near a child?
I mean, he's male, so he's not going to sexually assault him or anything like that.
Have you ever heard? Do you know how these stories end? Being a guy isn't going to serve that little boy, if you know the stories out there are.
Fizz.
What did I miss?
What did we were literally just having this conversation with you, man.
For Christ's sakes, it's a little boy. Do you not read the news, man?
Fizz, you said this. Let me just go ahead and cut to the chase so that we don't.
Again, I am just informing. We have nothing to do with this. We have multiple times said no.
Okay, Fizz, so you insist on having all these characters that have sexual stuff in them, and the Penetrator absolutely, you gonna keep him having all that?
What the fuck? What?
No. He has a kid sidekick called
right.
Mr. Dose.
No,
But
no,
outside
You
of
should
the
not have a child
the
near him.
penetrator is the penetrator, right? He is going to be how he is with the stuff that he does to women, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well then you have instantly made this a rated R thing. Like it can only
Yeah.
ever be that. Like
Well,
there is
there's
no
lots of
general
grade.
audience.
Yeah, there's lots. Yeah, I know. Well, there's
All
lots
right.
of gore.
Like,
So
All right,
oh
so
my
that's
god, I
number
was
one.
out for just a minute, and then I come back to.
You can't, Kate. You know how this is. You turn your head for 2 seconds. You come back, everything's on fire. Okay, so there's see now this kind of reminds me of some of the other stories that we've talked about where you'll have a character that's inherently sexual or sexually violent and have them in very close proximity with children characters.
It's
That's
really
you can't
weird.
do that, man. Especially
Really,
if you
yeah.
like
I mean,
are dead
if
set
it
on
was
having
another
Peter
adult,
be
I
having
get
this
it. But why a
dude.
kid?
Like kiss it goodbye.
now, okay, Mr. Dose, is this little kid, this whose parents were drug dealers, and then he got sent to the crazy house. Then Penetrator breaks his little kid out the crazy house to be his sidekick.
So this random kid
So
he picks up
reverse
across
Jason
the
Todd.
street, bam, sidekick. Fuck.
And the reason why he does that is because this little kid's a chemist, and Penetrator is trying to convince him to be a psychopath just like him.
Okay, why not just age him up? You haven't said anything that says he needs to be a child. Just
You can
age
make
him up.
him 18 to
He
19.
sees Penetrator as like a big brother figure.
Okay, you can have
Then
him be a
make
young
him
adult. Have him
19.
be like 19, 18, 20, but not a
Penetrator's
child.
15. That's the story.
Okay, at this
Do
point,
whatever you
I
want.
need to
Do
say,
whatever you want.
Trey,
I'm done.
drop
I'm
in.
done.
I need
Do
to
whatever
hear
you
you
want.
scream right
Do whatever
now.
you want. Do whatever you want. Put
He
them all in
can.
there.
I can't. He's at work. I wish I could. Trey, if you're able to speak for just 1 second outside the building, just 1 second.
Go right ahead.
Come
No,
in here.
because I'm done. I have nothing. What's the next thing we talk about on the docket, Kate? Because I have nothing. Is it all just Captain Metal stuff we talking about today?
This
Yes.
is just all of what we managed to talk about
Yes,
was his
we may talk about some
ropes.
distortion stuff, but yeah, but I ain't designing. I don't do design for her and her character yet.
You said we may talk about some what other stuff?
Distortion stuff.
Oh, the
Okay,
character
so Distortion is connected to Captain Metal because her dad was the guy who hired him.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did hear that part. Okay.
I was asking him like if they had any kind of other connection, like whether they're enemies because of what happened to her father, or if they were love interests. Like, what's your plans for her to be introduced in Captain Metal?
She doesn't get introduced to Captain Metal, but they mention her, but she doesn't show up. He mentions she has a daughter, but she doesn't show up.
So she's not really there to be in Captain Metal's background characters. She's just mentioned.
Yes. She mentioned, Brian mentions he has a daughter, and then the daughter gets on comic immediately.
Okay. I'm gonna check to see if Trey can actually come in. I'm gonna check the Instagram.
Yeah, because you need some Trey. You need some Trey. You need Trey to go ahead and slap you again virtually because
we need the anger back.
I mean, I could just like pick off from a other stream and get like that old Trey to scream at this. Okay.
Yeah, that can work.
Let me go find one. Let me go find one that's perfect to use real quick. It's gonna take me a minute,
check
guys.
out the Powerpuff Girls one we did too. Maybe there's some funny stuff there we could use.
Oh my god. Okay. One of you guys take the dance floor real quick. I'll dig up a Trey clip to use for this moment.
Oh, I have one too. I'll go ahead, and it ain't but a few seconds. So, matter of fact, Fenrir, if you don't mind manning the fort real quick, I'm gonna just go grab that.
Sure, I'll take care of him for now. All right, Fizz, I literally need to ask, through the pattern that I've been realizing of your characters and what they do, exactly, do you have really something against sex for just questioning this?
I mean,
I remember Animaine they were bringing up. You seem to want to vilify it a lot.
No, I mean after watching too many bad etchy shows, I kind of got a raging hatred of some of a lot of stuff. So
Dude, I also hate those edgy shows, but I don't go around writing fanfic porn, literal porn. I simply write stuff that isn't as constantly depressingly edgy. I write morally superior and happy-go-lucky tales. I don't clean trash using more trash that nothing will ever actually be clean. You clean trash with soap and
yeah,
water.
yeah. So I just so anyways to get um uh okay, and then okay uh okay, I'm still talking about. Should I start talking about distortion now? Distortion. Okay,
The
Natalie
fact that you
Wormwood.
can't actually give me an answer is kind of disappointing. But keep going, keep going.
Agent 22 has nothing to do with his sex life. He has no sex life at all.
Yeah, but still, the rest, they kind of make you think.
Now the Skull Reacher.
Hmm.
I mean, well, we don't know, but what we'll know, we don't know if Skull Reacher has sex life, and probably don't care. We don't care.
Damn, Trey. But yeah, keep going. What you were saying, keep going.
Anyways, like neither Agent 22 or Skull Reacher has anything to do with sex at all. So I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. So no, yeah. Skull Reacher is not sex crazy at all. The Agent 22 literally doesn't have a sex drive because he's created to be a weapon. So I don't even get it. But okay, distortion. Distortion. I already know his character you don't like already. It's Natalie Warren was this blind party girl daughter of Ryan. He gives a cybernetic eye implants that allow her to see not only normal visible light, but also UV light and infrared. And then she has a suit, this skin tight suit that allows her to turn invisible. This bodysuit allows her to turn invisible, but only invisible to normal visible light. After her father is assassinated, she becomes she becomes new CEO despite having no skills to run this company, to run father's company, and she uses the powers of power turn invisible to fight these these bad actors that not only within the company but also rival corporations because the whole company's in chaos. But thing is, Distortion has no combat skills whatsoever. Instead, she relies entirely on traps and being good at deception. That's it. And just being invisible all the time. And just being invisible and sneaking around. So that's it. That's your shtick. She's also the only rich superhero that exists in this universe.
Why?
Ask why what?
Why is she the only rich one?
Because I don't really need us to be rich.
Okay. I mean, it would help to have an extra backing from a numerous amount of sources, but hey, who am I to judge?
Yeah, but she her skills and ability. She has a suit that allows her to turn invisible, and she's good at investigating stuff. She's kind of good at investigating stuff. She can smell really good. She can she's know how to be light on her feet so that people don't hear her coming.
Wait, she can do that naturally, or the suit helps her land?
No, she can do that naturally. The only thing the suit does is make her turn invisible. That's it. That's all it does.
then that brings up a lot of questions. Is she a superhuman?
She has cybernetic eye implant style. I heard her see UV light and infrared. So
Okay.
that's it.
Okay.
All right, I am back from the dead.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but she can when her skills that come naturally, that she can know how to walk silently so that people don't hear her. She has a pretty good sense of smell.
All right.
She's good at investigating, and she's good at making traps.
All right, so I'm gonna show the clip that Animaine sent me because this describes everything for what you just talked about with the Penetrator and other characters like him. It's really needed right now because we need Trey. So, Fred, no, we cannot say that on YouTube. I cannot heal your doggy ears, okay, baby? You and your traumatizing. You're causing some trauma for my dogs, okay, Fizz? It's getting wild up.
That dog has seen and heard dark things.
I have my headphones on just so they don't have to be, putting up with it. So, safe to say, they probably heard it.
Dude, does have super hearing. They can hear crap we can't.
Okay, so Okay, so let me make sure that the volume's up. Okay. Are you ready for it, Fizz?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I love the shoe. Where you get that from Jimmy Neutron Connection?
Okay.
Mhm.
There we go. That helped.
I had to make that one, man. Listen, I thank God for Trey every day just for that clip alone. Like back when I was doing all my these comics suck type of content on YouTube, I just remember that clip from that stream y'all did, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to use that. Like Kate, you need to clip them nose and just have that on standby to play whenever on stream, because that's a Trey. If you're still listening, bro, that's a certified hood classic, man. Like you're never outliving that one. It'll be 10 years from now. I will still find a way to use them nose because they were too perfect. I even remember what it was that set him off. It was when you Fizz, when you told him what Lightwave's powers are, and he just had a absolute meltdown. He was like, there's no way you're telling me this is what her damn powers are. Oh, that was so funny. That was funny.
Oh man, John, and that's perfect.
That's just perfect, man. Well done.
Duncan really got nothing to say. No, he's the youngest, and he's now more traumatized than ever because I exposed him to this.
Wow, I still haven't changed Lightwave's power set, by the way.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No. I love it.
Okay, I'll stop.
Nah,
How could you not?
I mean, she's literally the second most powerful hero in this world. So
It doesn't matter if it's that way. She got the power. God damn, man.
You're really making Trey wish he had powers right now because
You want to go on?
I mean, it's
he's
like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again.
it's really not looking good. It is really not looking good. Like,
we need to do her next, yo. Like next stream, we need to do Lightwave because I got words.
Okay, but Uzuma, I can change easily because keep in mind the main reason why Uzuma exists is a further conflict to Agent 22 story. Because Agent 22 Well, what can you think about his character just from his personality, just from his description? You probably forgot about it already.
Yeah, pretty much. We mostly remember your weird sex
Yeah,
stuff.
man. I'm sorry.
That's all.
There's been too much. There's been too much. Oh my God, what the fuckery that we've covered to where, just assume, especially, and we're just learning about these characters. So just keep in mind these are characters that you thought up really well and everything, but we're just learning about them. So
Agent
don't feel
22.
bad about just repeating stuff.
Okay, Agent 22 is he's a clone, genetically well he was called a two-born. So in my universe, we got genetically modified people made laboratory superpowers, super strength called two-born. He's a two-born, one of the earliest of his kind. He has a healing factor, a weak one, where he can survive stuff that will cripple most ordinary humans. No. And he has peak human strength. But the thing with Agent 22 is that he's created for the sole purpose of committing assassinations. That is the only reason why he exists.
I'm actually shocked you're being as mature as you are with this character. I thought you'd be doing some kind of sex joke about how they're a virgin or they have no idea what sex is or something. I don't know.
No. No. Why would there be any sex jokes? It doesn't make any sense. The villains all varied, and Agent 22.
Your whole thing doesn't make any sense.
Agent 22's main purpose, only purpose is to commit assassinations for the government, which is also the reason why he's trained to be a master of disguise. But then he starts feeling like he's about to get replaced when Captain Mel gets away. And he starts getting insecure about them deeming him obsolete. So Uzuma's mere existence is gonna cause issues with him psychologically. And eventually he starts going insane, of course, his story.
Okay, so I'm noticing here that one thing that I do like about Captain Metal, the whole the series, is that there's a theme of either like a desire and a life, like how they're living their life that like doesn't fit, or that like it's in the literal sense of Captain Metal that he has the cyborg personality that can like literally strong arm and take control of his body and make him do stuff that's against his either against his morals or ethics or even against the mission. Because if the robot's like, yeah, I need to get this crazy woman off me, so I'm gonna just punch her into this mountain. But Captain Metal's like, hey, I'm trying to lay low here, and also I'd rather not punch someone's head off. That's a good conflict there. So, and the fact that you're having even among your villains, there's that sense of competition or like conflict among them. I do like that aspect. I will give you that.
Okay. Okay.
What about you and Fenrir? Oh no, we've been abandoned. I'm just stuck here with the penetrator. Someone help me.
They're not responding because you probably can't even comprehend the two characters, the character I just mentioned, because the character I mentioned before that broke their ranks.
Well, I mean, can you blame them? I mean, even that thing you were just getting on Finn for making that joke. Like, well, it doesn't make sense for him to be sexual or whatever. Why is that has not been a necessary component of any of the characters you've mentioned so far, except Penetrator, and this is like the worst character that you could sexualize.
Especially the little boy sidekick.
Right? How are you gonna have a little boy sidekick? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do
another clip that should be able to we just need Trey, so I'm gonna I'm gonna play this one. It's one of my favorite clips from a past stream. So I'm sorry if I over giggle a little bit. I was actually digging around for this one, and let me just. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna play the clip.
I might just make might play back a reference that. That's what everybody from America sees. Damn commercial. No one else. How come this? Let's straighten down for less.
No, I can't hear. Man. No. I'm still referencing once in one viewers.
You can do that, but you can go on YouTube and look at how they comic book for how it's going to give you a highway. Are you kidding me? I got to search you through the damn train. I swear to God, Jesus. Trade something stuff. His mic is going down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can't really hear it. Yeah. It's breaking.
You tell me you can work with this weird sick shit from a YouTuber, but you can't go on YouTube and look at YouTubers who make successful comic book campaigns, or hire artists to draw, or how to learn how to script or something like that, or how to write better superhero comic books. There are plenty of videos like that, but you look for pussies, octopus dancing naked and doing shit like that. Are you doing some good shit? That's what that is. That's a good shit. I can't even believe this shit. It's some bullshit. You might get my blood pressure up. I'm trying to be nice. Jesus Christ. Jay, calm the hell down. Go sit down for a minute. Take it.
Okay.
Hold.
Okay. But yeah, the thing, Jonah, there's two different agents. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm mostly talking about everything you like focused on so far, and we're just kind of like confused as fuck. And I just thought it was kind of funny to bring up.
Okay, I said because John talking about the agent. Which agent? There's two agents. I don't know which agent you're talking about.
I would say both at this point.
No. Explain what the hell was agent talking about. Yeah. See, the thing is it 22 or links?
Okay, let's break it down.
Like, because 22 doesn't do anything at all. He's yeah.
He's kind of just forgettable. So let's
no. The one who's sex crazed is links. Maybe then that's it's a different character.
All right.
So, but okay, look. Anyways, the storyline. Anyways, also there are some other characters I'm thinking about. Mike Scrap. This is Devourer, which is there's a character called Devourer. Mike Scrap. I'm not sure.
What does Devourer do? I'm scared of asking the question.
No, it's nothing sexual. He's it's a demon. It's a dinosaur demon. That's that wants to eat Captain Metal Soul. I don't know if this should be here or not. Now, there's nothing sexual at all about Devour. That's the guy. I don't know if I get this to make sense.
Really? You sure Devour's theme song isn't Man Eater? Every time he comes in, oh, here he comes. Watch out, boy, he'll chew you up. You sure that song's not going to cut on every time he's in a fight scene? You sure you don't want to give him that Fizz?
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm probably going to cut this character. I'm not.
Wait, why would you cut him? Like,
yeah, why would you do that?
Like,
Yeah.
out of all the characters, him wanting to eat Captain Metal sounds more entertaining than sex crazed weirdos. Like, I'm just saying.
We were right.
100 times.
Because it might seem redundant of 22. That's kind of the thing. Like, oh,
The
it has
heck
to
is 22?
Hmm?
How was it redundant of 22? Did I miss something? Is
Because-
How
22
is he?
a
He's
dinosaur
literally
demon?
the only interesting character you've made.
See,
No.
this is almost as bad as that angel, that prostitute that had an angel inside her and was fighting crime. You ditched
That was
that
a really
idea.
good idea.
Why are you ditching the good? Fizz, stop. Hire a writer. Hire a writing coach. I'm done.
This
I
is
have
not how
nothing
you
to
will be
say to this man.
creative.
I can't do this anymore. Hire someone to help you, Fizz. You keep coming up with good ideas and scrapping them and keeping the ones that's creepy and weird or are the most bare bones stuff imaginable, man. Come on,
It's crazy, man. You keep grabbing all the good stuff and throwing in the garbage, and all the bad stuff you treat it like it's gold.
Come on, man. You see? Oh my God. Getting frustrated again. I'm getting frustrated again.
God damn it, we really need to pray for this one.
I'm going to explain further. This is related to some lore that that's part of Doomfist. This is related to some lore that's part of Doomfist, where the Grim Reaper puts bodies on people who escape death, and there's these demons that come after people occasionally, and that's what Devour is. He's one of them.
Okay. Do these characters not occupy the same universe?
Yes, they do.
So then doesn't it make sense that there'd be some crossover over the type of villains that occupy? I mean, you already have what's it called? Gusto? In that the mad scientist thing that's in multiple stories?
Yes. Yes.
So
Mad scientist.
Right. So why you can't have some soul devouring demons in multiple stories?
Yeah. Good. Because Milkman is one.
I'm not talking about Milkman. No, I'm not even dealing with him. I want to talk about this dinosaur dude. It don't make no sense that you doing this thing again where you make these arbitrary lines and say, I can't use this idea because XYZ123, even though you already broke that so-called rule. So you might as well do it now. Because look at us. Listen to all the enthusiasm in our voices, man. This is the most enthusiastic. This is the most enthusiasm we've showed. We've been on stream an hour and a half, man.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have Devour show up, but I'm gonna limit his appearances because
okay, that's fine. Just don't throw him away because it don't make no sense.
Yeah, because originally he's gonna show up a lot more actually.
For Christ's sakes, you need to hug your good ideas. At least keep them tight and safe so when you can make them. For example, a few years ago, I had this idea where a Batman-like superhero dies and he doesn't have a sidekick. So to keep his legacy going, he haunts a teenager to find his HQ and trains him to be his replacement.
Right.
Oh boy.
What's that talking about? What's he talking about?
Okay.
You need to hug your ideas, your good ones. Keep them close, even if you don't know how to make them yet.
Yeah.
Very well. Good advice, Fenrir. I'm going to say something real quick. So, Fizz, for just one moment, stop being you. Stop being an idiot and letting these good ideas be like, oh, these are bad ideas, because if I mention the ideas I've already brought up, everyone's going to say the same thing about them, even though I've never thought of bringing up these normal ideas to the audience. It's like the first immediate thing you bring up is the weird ones, and then you bring up these other ideas that just sound better. Like, you bounce these off of anybody aside from yourself.
Yeah, but okay. No, but
Yeah.
the Devourer, he's a it's like a pale skinned dinosaur demon that
Okay.
and that shapeshifts to like this detective that's just looking for him. Well, some guy in a fedora that's just looking for Captain Metal.
Oh boy.
Kate Trey saying he ready to be tagged in.
Let me go check my like Instagram, if you're really
Trey. Come on, brother, come on.
Everyone's expecting it at this point. Everyone's expecting it, and I'm not gonna stop him. I'm not gonna stop him from what he says.
Get in here, yes.
So, yeah, he hasn't said anything in the chat. I mean, in where I'm chatting him with at. But you gotta be serious about these things a lot with the concepts, because one moment you introduce us to these like crappy ideas, and then the next minute, after you get like maybe 20 minutes into talking about like Penetrator or whatever the fuck, then you just bring in these other ideas, and you're just like, oh, I didn't bring them up because you guys probably would have thought they sucked. And it's like, what? You fucking decided to think these ideas that were more tame, more believable, were not good ideas. Like, what the fuck?
Or just more interesting. Like,
yeah. Give me that, like, oh no. Oh no. Let me just get.
no, don't want to. No, I can't talk about the demons and all that. I'm just gonna keep. No, don't want to. I'd rather talk about a 15-year-old who assaulted.
Okay. Okay, Kaiba, I'm gonna summon Trey.
Yes, finally, Trey has come back to Dazzling Cake's channel.
Do it, brother. Bring up the hell.
We need to give him his own theme music at this point.
Yeah, I'm just like, I was contemplating if I should just like add some like Yu-Gi-Oh background music, but then I'm like, wait, you do.
I would tell you to play the Devil Trigger song, just in case.
Okay, let's give him a minute. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop Trey from saying what needs to be said, because he says it better than all three of us.
Fizz, you've been dealing with us who've been either trying to be nice or trying to actually weave advice in here, or just hold back and not completely just lay into you. What you are about to witness now, sir, you have no one but yourself to blame. So we present to you very soon
The gloves come off and Trey comes out.
the unmitigated fury of Trey. And just remember, you could have avoided this.
We tried, you didn't listen. Now it's Trey's turn.
Trey is like the fucking Wolverine of our X-Men. He like, y'all better handle this before Trey get here, because you don't want Trey to get involved. It's like somebody said on that stream, he's the angry father.
There he is. There's the man of the hour.
Hey guys,
Mr.
Can
No
you guys-
himself.
can you hear me clearly?
Yep.
All right, great. Fizz, how many times I'm gonna have to tell you this? Do I gotta beat this into you? I told you about these nasty sexual damn characters. Like, how many times do I gotta tell you this? You have a good idea and you drive right off the cliff with it. And what, you think we're supposed to just be okay with this? If I didn't care, I wouldn't be saying this stuff. This crap is getting annoying. Why is every goddamn character or villain tied to some sexual bullshit? Really, seriously, what is with you? You are for real being a degenerate nasty. For real. You purposely go and seek some nasty crap and then you put it into a story and then think what? People supposed to buy it? Ask Joe Glass how his damn gay comic book universe is doing. Oh, it's not doing good because people don't want it. When somebody's telling you they don't want this shit, that means don't do it. Just because you think it's a good idea, don't mean you do it. Not everybody's idea is good. Everybody's idea is not good. That's why it's an idea. That's why it's a draft. But then when you do got good ideas, you don't like to listen to us, and then you still come. I already know right now you're gonna say, but this, and this, but I'm gonna do this anyway. Okay, so if you're gonna do this anyway, stop asking for advice then. Stop asking for advice. Stop coming on here because you're wasting everybody's damn time. For real, you really are. And you're lucky I'm at work, because if I could, I'd jump through this goddamn computer and choke the fuck out of you, because this don't make no goddamn sense. This is getting tiring. Is every time you get on this stream, you do the same nonsense. You do some sexual bullshit. Somebody's getting raped. Somebody's getting molested. It's always attached to some damn drugs or some bullshit that don't got nothing to do with nothing. This is supposed to be a superhero universe. Do you see Eric July doing that? Huh? No, he's not. No, he's not. Shut up. Shut up. I didn't tell you to speak. I didn't tell you to speak because you ain't got nothing. Ain't got no excuses. It was between the Goofanoid, it's the Milkman, it's the Captain Metal, it's the Pussy Galore, it's the Tiger Man, it's the lesbo alien pussies and shit like that. What time? How many times are you gonna keep doing this until we tell you stop it? We already gave you good ideas to do. Use those good ideas because I'm telling you right now, dude, you're not going to succeed with this stuff if you keep going down this road. I'm telling you this for real. Stop doing this stuff. Like seriously, it's been how many years? 4 years? I don't know. It feels like an eternity at this point, and you still come with the same nonsense over and over again, and then you come up with some excuse or whatever. Look, I get it. You probably didn't have that good time in life growing up or whatever, but you got to do something better. You got to get creative. You got to get creative, but not sexual creative. We're talking about artistic creative. That's what I want to see. I don't care that you a girl that died you. I don't care that your family's fucked up. I don't care if society is degenerate or whatever. That don't mean you do that. You create something that is an escape from the real world, not something that constantly reminds us that there are terrors and evil out there. Yes, I want to see villains, but I don't want to see no villain called the Pussy Galore or the Penetrator or Milkman or whatever the hell them other damn characters is. I can't even think of them damn characters right now because you gave us so many characters to the point where it's nauseating at this point. You gotta stop this crap. You gotta stop this crap. You really gotta sit down and really just do the work and stop with the excuses. You've given me excuses after excuses after excuses, and you don't want to improve. You say you was 3D modeling since you were 15. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. You couldn't have been 3D modeling since you was 15 because 15 and in your current age now, you should have made strides and improvements on your 3D modeling, and that's real talk. And it's the same thing with your writing. You haven't made strides with anything because you've been sitting here just thinking that you're owed something. You're not owed a goddamn thing. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. You want to look at my drawings from 15 years ago and look at my drawings today, night and day difference. So don't sit up here and tell me there was no difference. Look at Kate's logo right now. Look at what she had beforehand. Night and day difference because she put the work in. You haven't put the work in. I mean, how many times are we gonna have to do this until you get it? I want you to win, but if you're not gonna work with us about this stuff, then stop wasting our time with this shit. Because nobody's gonna do it. I already told you, nobody is going to support it. You might get one or two people, but that ain't enough to constantly continue to do this shit. You need a large quantity of people. It's the same crap with DC and Marvel. They think they can do whatever they want with these characters and then expect support. No, you don't get support when your audience is telling you they don't want it. It is like you are taking a classic character that I love, and you're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make them this sex fiend LGBT icon." Why? Because I want to do something different with the character, but I just told you don't do it. But I'm gonna do it anyway, and then throw it out there, and then get mad that people don't want to deal with it. Just because you like it, don't mean we gonna like it. You got to start thinking about the general audience. What do you know about comics that you know people like? And I don't want to hear, well, somebody else did it. Okay, just because somebody else did it, don't mean that you're gonna be able to do it. That's just not how life works at all. And you got to get that through your thick head. Now you can speak.
See the thing, the problem out the exact problem I was having with Devourer is that okay, we got this guy, this powerful being is always just looking for Captain Metal to fight him, to kill him. We already got Agent 22, and we also got Skull Reacher, and we also got Dark Star. So okay, it's getting kind of crowded here with these people just coming after and wanting to kill him. So okay, we might as well just cut one. So just cut that one.
or you can cut the damn Devourer. You don't need that. You don't need that character. You just how about just have him go against government official characters. That's what you need. That's what he needs. If he's on the run from the government, just have him go after be on the run from government officials who are powered up with the same mechanics and cybernetic implants that he has. That's what you should be doing.
I mean, that's kind of what Skull Reach is. He has cybernetics, but with the arms, like Doctor Octopus.
Yeah, no, you're going to rechange that one because Marvel is going to sue the hell out of you.
I mean, he's not the only character to have that though. That's the thing. All the other characters were about
What did I just say? It don't matter what other people is. Marvel is gonna come after your ass with that shit because I already know your ass gonna design it where it's gonna look too goddamn close to that character. No, he don't need no damn fucking mechanic arms. If his name is Skull Crusher, then his ass need to be doing something with whatever Skull Reach or whatever the fuck this shit to them character. If he's dealing with something he's called Skull something, maybe his technology should be based around skulls. That makes way more sense. Because why would he have all these extra arms and he's nothing? Those don't connect to his name. At least with Doctor Octopus, it makes sense. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What the hell do hands do? Are the hands in the shape of skulls?
It's reachers. Did you get it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask something. Let me ask something real quick. Fizz. Since we know Trey is good at designing characters, and you see he got good ideas, Trey, let me ask you this too. If Fizz were willing to, would you design his character?
Yeah.
Okay, Fizz. Let's say, let's go ahead and assume that at some point in the near future you are able to get a job and you're able to earn enough money to where you could pay Trey so that he could help you and actually sit down, not just draw your ideas, but actually sit down with you and really make this something. And your ideas that can work, salvage them. The ones that's already kind of good but need some tweaks, polish them off. And the ones that's useless, either discard them or completely retool them so they can work. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Probably no. I just like designing my own characters, and then I didn't have the artist interpret it in this.
All right, Kate, he done. Log his ass off. Log his ass off.
I tried so hard.
Log his ass off. Nope, log his ass off. He done.
I tried, y'all.
He done. Fuck him. Don't bring his ass on the show no more. We not helping his ass no more. You're done. Get the fuck up out of here.
We tried everything we could. We had every conversation like simple people. We are tired.
You deserve your failure. No more speaking. You're done. Hey, log his ass off.
Nearly 5 goddamn years. 4 in a total.
Nope. You're done. Nobody wants to hear no more.
Because it's gonna go into 2
hours. I am taking something.
Nobody want to hear. Nobody want to hear nothing. Nobody want to hear nothing.
I'm not finished. Let me finish. I am bringing back the Devourer. Then found. Then if you say you actually want to see that character, then all right. Then I might as well bring him back. Because
he ain't hear nothing we just goddamn said. Jesus Christ.
My goodness.
Hold on. Right now, Fizz, you're focusing on one little thing. You said you want Devourer. Fizz, this whole thing, you've come up with one potentially good idea above the rest. And I personally think that Skull Reacher or Skull, however you said his name, could work too. But that's in the midst of all this other stuff we got going on that is either uninteresting or creepy or weird or just completely out of place for this story. You're focusing on that right now and what Trey just laid into you, but that's because he's been one of the most consistent ones out of all of us to keep coming back. And even when he is beside himself with anger, he still keep coming back and tries to help you with this. So the fact that you would just sit here and you've seen what he can do artistically, and you hear the way he talks, you know that he is well versed in stories, in drawing and designing comic book characters and superheroes. So for you to just say flat out, not even, We could work on some character designs. I'll keep some, maybe some I'll stick with my own idea. But you won't even try to work with him after 4 years. That's insulting, man. That's disrespectful. And he's right. The fact that we keep setting hours of our time out of our day to come here and talk to you about all these ideas, to ultimately just go, yeah, well, I'm probably just going to do whatever the hell I want anyway. But I'll be back in a few months and hit y'all with some scripts again anyway, and we can laugh about my weird ideas. But then you're going to be right back where you were when you were trying to get Goofanoid funded. And I didn't want to go here, but with as hard-headed as you being, we got to go here. Remember in 2021 when you were trying to do all them campaigns for Goofanoid? And remember how you couldn't get nothing for none of them? $500, Fizz. You couldn't even get people to give you $500 for a damn issue number 1. And yes, part of that has to do with bridges you burned and the stuff you were doing back then and the way you were talking about people. And you have calmed down on that front, and I'm happy for that. But when it comes to these ideas, man, they still need a lot of work on a fundamental level. And for you to have multiple people, whether you consider us friends or not, you have multiple people who are in your camp who are willing to literally give you the time of day, their attention, their ideas, even their services. Trey said he would let you hire him so that you can pick his brain and use his artistic talent. And you didn't even consider it. You just said, nah. Because if you try to do this yourself, I'm glad you're trying to work around the fact that
I actually offered ones too to do that too.
But like, you have to understand, man. So I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I think I offered my services around the second year too for free.
Wait.
Okay.
You didn't? I didn't hear about it. You didn't message me or nothing.
Okay, so let me go back to how we
was it
got
you?
there.
No.
Was it you? That John guy on Twitter?
Maybe it was that guy, but I'll get back to how we first met. Fizz, you literally sent me your script the first time I met you. I didn't know anything about you, and I figured, hey, this guy really wants to show his work to me, and he must be really proud with it. So I looked at the script, and the rest is history, and that's how we are here today. Because I was such an idiot to think, maybe this guy is onto something big. I love the idea of a clown.
You cursed us all, Kate. You cursed us all.
I've changed.
I'm sorry.
I've changed the plot that multiple times, by the way. To change the origin, change the plot multiple times. It's just no one wants the character I want to write about.
I mean, okay, if people don't want it, then that lets you know something. You have to go back to the drawing board. I don't know how the hell you think the real world works, but let me break it down to you. When you do a job or you bring an idea to your boss or anybody around and they tell your ass no, then guess what? You go back to the drawing board. It's not about what you want, because at the end of the day, you trying to make money, right? Okay. If you want money, then you got to make something that the audience want. If the audience told your ass they don't want no goddamn clown hero, then guess what? You retool that motherfucker until it works. If I told your ass I don't want to see no sexual material in your stories, that means I don't want to see no prostitutes. I don't want to see no pussies being ripped out of nobody. I don't want to hear nothing about no drugs, sex, or none of that stuff. If I told you that several times, I don't want to see that. Why are you still bringing it up in these stories? You have to make something for the audience. You can't make something just for you. And if you want to, then you better put that shit on fanfic or AO3 or whatever. And you can definitely do that. And sometimes if it's good enough, it can actually become popular and you can actually make money from it. But if you want people to buy your stuff, then you have to make changes. I'm quite sure if you talk to Eric right now, Eric July, we're just gonna use him right now as a good example. I bet you his first draft for ISOM was probably hot garbage. I bet that shit was hot garbage, and he probably went back to other people and everything, and they were like, "Man, you need to change this shit. This shit look terrible." Or I don't really like the idea. Maybe if we do this, tweak this, or whatever, and then bam, they got the ISOM that we know today. You get what I'm saying? You have to go back. And honestly, I wish I could show you some of the original characters I've done in the past and what they look like currently, and you're gonna be like night and day difference. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just retool characters. You retool or whatever, and sometimes the story changes. So, one minute you start off thinking that you're gonna have this space adventure. Next thing you know, it becomes some medieval thing or whatever. Or next thing you know, it becomes like some space opera. Sometimes the story just changes. It happens. I'll even give you. I'll do one better. I got two characters, and when I designed the characters, I never really thought about a relationship or whatever. I never really thought about LGBT, whatever, or whatever. But every time I drew these characters or whatever, my story about them kept changing to the point where they became an LGBT couple. And y'all already know how I feel about that kind of stuff or whatever. But because the idea kept evolving and because I kept revisiting, that's what I got. And it worked. Some people liked it, some people don't, or whatever. Some people thought I was whatever to the LGBT community. Y'all already know I don't kiss nobody ass. It's just that those characters just screamed a couple without me trying. You know what I mean? And it just happens. But sometimes you gotta rewrite and retool characters. I don't never think I'm gonna draw a character and they're automatically gonna be black or gay or whatever. But sometimes you look at the characters and you're like, huh, you know what? This character might be better off being this, or this character might be better off being that. It happens, but you have to do the work and you have to put in. You can't talk about, well, I like this idea. And it's not fair that other people don't like it. Life ain't fair. Like Candace Owens says, life's not fair. Get a helmet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. No, there is no again. You need to stop with the nonsense because, like I said, in the real world, people are going to tell you no. You're going to hear a whole bunch of no's before you hear one yes. And if you really want to be serious about this, if you really want to be committed to this, if you really want somebody to buy into your stuff, you got to make something appealing for them, not for you. So when Kate, me, Animaine, Fenrir, or any other person is telling you like, hey, enough of the sexual bull crap, you shut the hell up and you change that shit. Okay, when I say, hey, no. There is no I can't. Yes, you can. You have not, you don't have nothing really out there right now for you to be talking about you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I can change Uzuma. Okay, that's what I was about to say. I can change Uzuma. The thing is,
I'm not. I ain't talking about Uzuma. I'm talking about all of it. We're talking about all of it. You got to change these backgrounds of these characters. You can't be talking about sexual nonsense no more. You can't. You can't. You are not at a level where you can bring that stuff in. You are not at a writing caliber to bring that stuff in. You are an amateur, and you're at a 1-star percentage of amateur. So you need to stay in the 1% place and stop trying to do some Alan Moore, Neil Gaiman nonsense because you're not there yet. And you see what happened with Neil Gaiman right now. Yeah. And what's crazy is a lot of if we read into his stories, a lot of that stuff was right there on display. And a lot of us didn't even really pay attention to it. I mean, some did, some of us didn't. But it makes sense why he is what he is. And right now you ain't there yet. You ain't even good enough to trick people into reading the stuff. So they can be like, damn. Because now with the Neil Gaiman stuff, you can be like, damn. And you can go back to the stories and see like, oh shit, Neil Gaiman freaky nasty ass. I knew there was something about this story that was off.
Yeah, let's be honest. No one was shocked about Gaiman. We've all known for years he was messed up in the head.
Yeah, we knew. Yeah, we already knew. I wasn't shocked by nothing. I wasn't, because I read his stories. That's why I was like, this man is a freak. and I'm like, maybe DC and the rest of them need to check into this man. But it is what it is. What I'm saying is, sometimes you do have to make, because if you look at Neil Gaiman's early work before he kind of got degenerate, it was good. It was appealing to the mainstream audience, which built that trust. You have to build the trust, and you ain't got it yet, Fizz. You ain't got it. You do not have it yet. So when I say make these changes, you need to make these changes because it works, not because not because you think somebody's being mean or whatever, you need to make the changes because it works with the characters. We're trying to get you to get people to look at your stuff. I want people to support you, but you gotta work with us. You gotta work with us. You can't
But
keep talking about what you don't feel like doing. But this connects to this character. Who cares what connects to what? Who cares
yeah,
what connects to what? You need to make something that is super heroic. And sometimes you be right there. Like the last time Kate brought you on, you had a good story. You was right there and you drove right off the cliff. You drove right off the cliff, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And then you had Ruby King that wrote an entire plot with your characters and made that stuff work from based on the story that you gave him. And you still said no. That don't even make no sense to me neither.
no,
Like something gotta give.
uh, okay, okay. But also, he didn't really use most of my characters. He only use uh Goofanoid, and that's it. Everything else is
Okay,
gone.
and that's
He
and,
only
and
used one
that's
because you
fine.
gave him one.
No. He didn't use any character associated with Goofanoid. You don't use that. That's literally the main
Maybe
character,
it's
and that's it.
because most of the characters you spoke about haven't really gotten that many details that appealed to him. All I know is that he managed to fix up that disaster you called the script and made it sound more original and actually connectable with the characters.
And
Uh,
appealing.
Yeah.
And appealing. That's the thing about it. We want these stories to be appealing. But you
okay.
gotta do the work.
By the way, I
You
have
keep
a
saying
whole,
you got it.
but
You ain't even wrote nothing down, barely. That's the thing about it. You ain't got no book that explains your universe. You do realize you need a book of universe to when you write these characters down and write everything down, so that way people can understand. So that way you can understand. You have these ideas, but you won't even put them down to pen to paper. You don't have a universe Bible at all.
no,
Where's the universe Bible at?
I do have a doc listing a doc listing Goofanoid's Rose Gallery. Um,
Who the hell
But
cares
then
about his
why?
road gallery?
But you up here talking to us about Captain Metal, but then we're asking you where's the stuff you want to point to Goofanoid, the one character that everyone has told you is not working. See, another problem, man. You keep saying, "Well, I got this thing over here for this Fizz." I'm gonna just call it the Fizz verse, okay? The Fizz verse, top to bottom, at a foundational level. You're familiar with how foundations and buildings work, right?
mhm,
In like housing
yes.
stuff. Okay, so you know if there's problems with the foundation, it don't matter if the windows look good, if the door is pretty, if the paint look good, if the siding look good. If there's issues with the foundation, the whole thing is compromised. And until those structural issues are fixed, everything is subject to fall apart over time, depending on the severity of the issues. And I'm telling you, Trey, Kate, Fenrir, we're all telling you, your writing universe has structural foundational issues to where even if this character over here sound cool, this idea is all right, you need to deal with that before you keep saying, well, I got this stuff over here for Goofanoid. That's why when I pitched my writing services to you and Fenrir said he did a couple years ago, and I said, and Trey said he'd be willing to write for you, and Ruby King did all that stuff. We're trying to help you on a fundamental level. This isn't just about one single character or even one trope that you're doing. You can fix those things, but everything else is still going to be at risk of being a failure, man. Again, 3 or 4 times you tried to get Goofanoid out there and you couldn't get it done, man. So instead of keep telling us why you can't change this or you can only change this character, why don't you just start saying yes? Why don't you open yourself up to the possibility, the reality that you need more help probably than you thought you needed before, or maybe that you're willing to consciously say out loud so that we can actually make some progress so that we don't go into 2026 and you just manage to only have one character worth talking about again, man.
Anyway, this year we're gonna start working on the first issue of Captain Metal. Now, the plot line I got so far is that it starts off with Andy in the hospital after after the helicopter crash. Andy's uh in the hospital after just been turned to a cyborg. He gets a meeting Nora with Mop's voice in his head. Nurse gives him a cup of water. Only found the water's poison because Mop realized it ahead of time. Then Then he tries to leave the hospital, only to find out that age of 22 has disguised himself as a hospital worker. And then most of the comic is just him on the run from age of 22. And that's most of the comics just a chase scene of him on the run from age 22, occasionally fighting him. And that'll be just the entire first story. Now, what do you think of that plot outline?
I'll be real with you. I just don't care anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm out, y'all. I'm out, man. This has been fun, but I got more stuff to do tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
I got things to do too.
Y'all have
my
fun.
mental health just can't deal with these gymnastics.
My universe is inherently bad.
I mean, I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could virtually beat the hell out of you and beat the shit into you, because it's like you're choosing. It's like you're choosing to be stupid.
You know what? If y'all want to hear actual better storytelling, I dropped a link to my coffee out there in the DMs. I'm gonna tell my first story, guys, in February.
Yeah,
I gotta thank you for one thing, Fizz. You've reminded me. I need to get my shit out there, because this is what's gonna get. Might as well do it. Fuck it.
I'm gonna make a story. I'm having full comic number this year.
So look at my coffee. Follow me. I'll drop my stuff there.
Yeah,
there you go. I dropped it for you.
I mean, are you gonna be the one to draw it?
Yes, I'm going.
Are you gonna be the one to draw it?
Yes, I'm gonna use CGI. All
you
CGI
models. CGI.
Yes.
Oh Lord, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna. That don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'd rather you take some free 3D models, and just trace them onto a page. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, what you need to do, you need to sit out and practice drawing and modeling, because you ain't did that. You ain't did that. I can tell your ass ain't barely did any 3D modeling in the past couple of years, because there are tutorials. No, there are tutorials. Okay, and guess what? The cartoon looked lazy as fuck. All right, I seen the shit. All right, don't sit up here and play with me. I know how fucking art looks. That shit was lazy as fuck. All right, your ass ain't doing shit. Your ass been sitting on your ass for the past couple of years. No, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit. Your ass always doing this bullshit. That shit look terrible. Don't sit up here and tell me the fuck your ass did this shit. Your ass ain't did shit. For no goddamn, since you were 15 years old, your ass is 20 something years old. That shit is lame as fuck. My ass can be fucking down. Like, this shit don't make no damn sense. You come over here with this bullshit every time. Every time your ass same shit.
I know. Calm the hell down, man. Your goddamn heart's gonna blow out.
God damn it. Fuck. Shit. Don't give somebody a goddamn aneurysm with this shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. You keep telling me you done did some shit, and you ain't did shit. Every time we come over here, you ain't made no strides. You only got like 7% of shit done. That ain't nothing. You want to know why I say that's nothing? It's because there are plenty of YouTubers who do 3D modeling by themselves and started at the same age as you and were able to elevate their skills. So I don't want to hear your ass been doing this for years. You ain't. You ain't. You ain't. You ain't did nothing. Just like the same thing with these damn stories. You ain't wrote nothing down. You just throwing shit out there and seeing the stick to the wall. And I'm telling you right now, it don't work no more. The patient is wearing thin. All right. I think we've been nice about this shit. But if you don't want to work with us, then I don't know what to damn tell you. Because ain't nobody else gonna give you these chances like we did. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you was in a real art studios and a real art direction, your ass would have been fired. Your ass would have been fired as soon as your ass brought that lazy ass 3D model to me. Excuse me, that's all you got? Oh no, you're fired. You're fired. Even after that cartoon, you're fired. You're fired, because they're not gonna put up with that. That is beginner level stuff. Yes, if you was in college learning that shit, then sure. But you're not in college no more. You're not in school no more. So where's your skill level at? Where's your skill level at? I practiced drawing after I got out of school. You get what I'm saying? You ain't practiced nothing. And yet what? I'm supposed to be okay with this? And you keep talking about but this, but this, but this, but this. Shit. I need you to lose the word but. I need you to actually work. For real. Like actually work. I'm saying this shit because you have to. We've all done it. Animaine, Kate, me, Fenrir. You think it was just easy to get on YouTube and just do this shit? You think it was easy to pick up a pen or a paper and just do this shit? It wasn't. It's trial and error. To this day, it's still trial and error. But you gotta work. But at least when people look up our names and see our pages, they can see the work that we put in for all these years. When I type in your name, I can't see shit. I don't see nothing. I see nothing but years of laziness and excuses. There's only so much excuses people can take. Don't nobody want to hear it no more. You got to do better. And with that, I'm gonna mute myself right quick because I got a call.
Man, so CG comics are inherently bad. I don't understand. I can accept any art style.
What'd you say? Repeat that again.
I can accept any art style. I don't think CG comics are inherently bad.
Who said anything about CG comics?
I said CGI comics.
Oh, CGI comics. Excuse me.
Yeah, like I don't think CGI comics are
I
inherently
mean,
bad.
it's not bad, but it's clearly very lazy.
No, it's not lazy because you can make my own 3D models. It takes effort to make 3D models. Don't it's not.
Yeah, but still, it feels like you just,
I'm out.
forget it.
I'm out. Y'all have fun.
I'm not
Kate, thank you for having me on. Good luck, Fizz.
No problem.
I'm out. Trey, thank you for coming in here to bring the heat. Fizz,
not-
good luck.
Good
Even
to hear from you.
when you have actual progress, I'm out, yo. Bye.
I hope to see you around when I release my stuff.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
I'm not even going to cell
All right.
shade it.
Thank
I'm
you
not
guys
even
so
gonna
much for showing.
pretend that's 2D that's drawn. It's literally just CGI, naked CGI. You're not even going to even think for a second that's drawn. But it doesn't matter because I can accept any art style so long I can tell what the hell's going on.
All right. I've been quiet way too much. So I'm gonna have to make sure I say this because I've been holding it back for the longest time, and I'm gonna have to say right now, Fizz, as someone who wants to make her own comic, as somebody who is trying to figure out the ways to improve my characters, to make people like them, to come up with ideas for stories that would work for what I want to do. I have a whole plate of different ideas. It's just a matter of figuring it all out. And that's what I'm doing right now. But aside from my comic creating side, I want to talk to you as someone who looks at you and wonders what went wrong. Now, that's a bad way of saying it, but that's the basic words I can really think. Before I proposed the idea of having a stream with you again, I was reluctant. I was not sure, but I feel
I
as
was
though
looking as well.
which I can understand from your point of view. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be yelled at by Trey too, but like
I don't care.
he brings an excellent viewpoint.
Look, if sticks and stones can break my bones, words can never hurt me. This really doesn't mean anything anymore.
Okay, so let me get to what I was going to say. I
Nope,
had
nope.
someone. Okay, so one of my friends told me not to do the stream. He told me, waste of time, waste of effort, and the most memorable words that ever escaped your lips in any of the streams is that you don't care. And that's why he told me not to go through with it. But here I am, realizing that he was absolutely right. Now, the reason why I wanted to try and see
I'm willing
if
to make changes, dude. You acting like I'm not ain't making no changes. I'm listening. I'm taking some of your advice.
Okay. All right. So, as I was going forward with what I was talking to him about the stream, I now realized that. Oh, Damn it. Okay. Notifications, but okay. What I was saying is basically a lot of what we've done in the past to right now is the same old cat and mouse situation. I invite you on the stream because I do want to, bring more than just myself, Trey, and Fenrir to the table when we talk about your characters with you. I bring my audience to question what you have, in store for your future audience and what you want to do for them. But after what happened last time, when you said you basically didn't care about the audience, you didn't care about the stories, you basically said you didn't
I
care.
was pissed off after another year of not being able to get employed by anyone, and also my stuff was going on with me and my household at the time. Look, I'm much better now.
Okay, that's good to hear.
But I still ain't employed, but I'm much better spiritually now. So
Okay. So we've put up with you for the longest time, and I want to say now I don't think we can keep going.
5 years of our lives, nearly.
And honestly, I feel like an idiot for not doing this before, but I wanted to see if there was anything you were up to story-wise outside of Goofanoid, because once you told me it was about Captain Metal, I was like, are we finally going to get something that isn't fucked up, weird, that kind of thing? I was hoping so. But God didn't have that plan in mind. But that's okay, because it's not my idea, it's yours. I totally respect it, but in simple words, after this stream, I'm most likely not going to be able to do any more of this stuff.
I understand that.
Okay.
That. I kind of don't feel like social these everyone here any more either because even if I do make an issue, you're not gonna talk about it because which I will, by the way. By the end of this year, you want to see an issue of something from me. What's and also
God, I wish. God, I wish, but I already know it's a lie. It's a lie. It is always a lie.
it's not
Yeah.
like you saw a cartoon from me. You saw a cartoon
It,
from me.
it, it is a lie. And how long it took you to do that? How long it took you to do that?
It took
Wait.
because of my hardware limitations, because my
Uh
keyboard.
huh.
It took about 5 months to make that one animation.
Oh, okay. Mm. You could have did better.
But okay. Okay. Try my best to word this as best as I can because I had to spend the
I was
entire.
over here. Y'all was right there. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I cannot help people who cannot help themselves.
No.
Trey can't. Fenrir can't. Animaine can't.
Not big deal. I can handle
We.
myself. I'm completely calm during all this. No, my
I,
damn. No, it's my damn dad. Wait, hold on. I had to talk to my dad. No.
oh. Okay.
No. All right. What? I'm back. I missed a couple stuff.
Up.
All right,
Okay.
this has gone long enough.
No,
Kate, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I just can't do this no more.
Okay.
He
You
does
can go
not
on.
change. He is not going anywhere. We can't keep doing this to ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
is.
Look, you see, at first, John Level 5 said, I first started decent, but then you got to the villains. It went downhill.
Because
Okay.
your problems come from the villains. Like
Okay.
every time, we do not have to spell it out for you, Fizz. Every time you open your mouth and say anything remotely about your villains, immediately we're back in fucking Munchkin land, trying to figure out how the fuck did we end up here? And you're just like dawdling around like a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best not to be bitchy, but I've been holding back way too
Kate,
much.
we're way past that point. We've all bitched at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm changing. I'm changing Newsma, and I'm not, and I'm probably gonna bring back the Viral as well. Like, yeah, I've taken your advice.
No,
Oh,
you don't understand how taking advice works. All you heard was, I'm just going to change these one or two characters. There's a whole thing you need to change. You need to change so much it's not even funny.
but can't
It's like
Yeah.
you're doing selective hearing right now. That doesn't
okay.
make any sense. Can you stop with the selective hearing? How come you can't just say, I'm gonna work on retooling my universe and these characters, and I'm gonna try to make them more plausible for the viewing audience, for the general audience? You have to rewrite your characters and make them normal. No, I don't care about Captain Metal being a virgin. I don't care about this character being sexual. I don't care about this character being a lesbian. I don't care about this person um, tearing up people's vaginas. I don't care about any drugs or whatever going on. I want you to create normal villains and normal heroes that do normal heroic things and normal villain things. That's what I want you to do. I don't want to hear any of this nasty sexual hentai crap because
Uh,
that's what the shit is.
okay.
And it's weird.
I want to mention Schaefer doesn't have any sexual stuff in it at all.
Okay, one character compared to the rest of your characters and tied into the rest of your universe is always some underlying sexual bullshit. I want all of it out. Like Kate said, you need to look at this like the Comic Code Authority. When they had the Comic Code Authority, you couldn't talk about sex, you couldn't talk about drugs, you couldn't have characters do none of that shit. That's what I
I'm
want.
gonna
I
be
want
honest
them
with
to
you. I kind of wish the comic book authority came back.
Yeah, I would
yeah,
love
me
for them to
too.
come back.
Me too. With the bullshit that DC and Marvel been doing lately. Like, cause it's getting annoying. The American people are tired, and people in general, we're tired. We're tired. We're not in Japan. We're not in Europe. We're not in France. You live in fucking United States, and it's time you start thinking like an American. And guess what? Most Americans don't like this legitimate shit. Just because some Hollywood weirdos are degenerate, don't mean that the American people want to see that. That's why a lot of these degenerate comic books haven't lasted that damn long. Did you forget about Image Comics in the '90s? Most of their comic book characters were degenerate anti-heroes. And guess what? Are they around now? Do we read them now? No, because we're
Spawn's
sick of the
still around.
shit.
Spawn's still around, but yeah,
Oh,
but
here we go again. You see what I'm saying, Jake? He hear one thing and zoom onto that one. Is it majority or the minority? Spawn is a
minority.
minority out of majority. So don't bring those Spawn ass. I said most of Image comic books aren't there no more. Most of those degenerate heroes we don't talk about. I ain't talking about Spawn. Because you want to know why? Because after a while, Tom McFarlane knew that his ass couldn't do degenerate shit no more neither. And he started retooling Spawn for a general audience. That's how successful Spawn became. Jesus Christ. You gotta stop with the degenerate shit. Stop looking at anime that is nasty. Stop going and looking at French videos or European videos of some creature that's octopuses or whatever. It is weird. It's disturbing. Because at this point, you really do need to seek some help.
Oh
And
my
that's
god,
real
I
talk.
totally forgot about that video.
Yeah. Like it's nasty. It is nasty. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. But like I said, what you need to do, you need to be making a comic book superhero comic. That is normal. That is normal. That's what I want to see. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see nobody with drugs. I don't want to see nobody sexual nonsense. I don't want to hear about a prostitute, a stripper, lesbians, gays. I don't want to hear about none of that. I want a normal ass comic book. I don't want to hear about the character ain't had sex yet or none of that shit. I want normalcy. I want an epic, normal superhero comic. That's what the fuck I want. And that's what the general audience want. And that's what we've been telling you for years. Why can't you understand that?
Nah. Okay. Okay. Simple as that. I got to find the most normal character, which from a story standpoint, the most normal one I got is Lightwave. Most normal one I got is Lightwave. For all those, still has that power set.
Okay, and you guess what? You changed the power set. You changed all of that nonsense about her being made fun of over titties and shit, and you make her a normal damn goddamn superhero.
I think I read that one. I think I read that. The titties, the whole make fun of, all the schoolgirls make fun of her titties. I think I got rid of that. I think I read that.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I think I read of that. But you still have that weird power set though. But, yeah. So uh, yeah.
Oh
Well,
boy.
if you know how developmental process for wait, and take out that slide doing the weird what spot? I think I know what you're talking about. I'm just putting the whole Tiger Man thing on the back burner right now.
It's gonna need to be more than just on the back burner. It's gonna need to be thrown into a volcano and burnt to all the ashes it can be. Because all that for a Billy Batson quotation marks around like character is not gonna work for the character at all.
Nah.
You just gotta do some normal stuff. You know, just think about like what would your general audience want to read. And I know you know the general audience don't want to read nothing about nobody getting their pussy torn up, nobody getting sexually abused, or any of that shit. I want to see your hero character have an origin. I mean, maybe have an origin. Maybe it might be tragic. Maybe their parents might die, or maybe they might have got experimented on and they got superpowers. That's fine. Or maybe they're born with it. I don't care. But I want to see them have a normal heroic journey. That's what I want to see.
Okay. Also, Distortion doesn't have any weird sexual stuff in it either. No.
Okay, well then focus on the characters that don't have nothing sexual in nature and create a nice story. That's all you gotta do.
Mm.
It's
No.
really not that hard.
Now reincarnate. Mm.
Okay, LeMay said Captain Metal was fine, just change the villains. Think of a theme, power corrupts, duty, friendship, ECT. It's basically that simple, Fizz. Just remove everything that makes it seem like it's going into weirdo territory, and I guarantee a lot of people will read it. Like, that's all you gotta do. Just pretend you're not you, okay? For just 5 minutes, go write a script, see what you come up with, and I think that might be able to help. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I will say one thing. Schaefer, he used to be called Weevil. I changed it. I changed the name because Weevil sounds too generic. Schaefer, they still has something to do with drugs, but not sex. So, but I mean, that's the entire origin of the character. He actually he created a drug. He created a drug that people now use to get high. And then he regrets it. And now he has to become superior to stop the drug. That's the origin of Schaefer. If you don't know.
Okay, so
Okay. Well, this is fun, Kate fans. Yeah, I'm gonna bow out because I gotta go back. I just wanted to come in here for a bit to give you a little stuff. But I'll catch you guys later. You already know where to find me at. Talk to you guys later.
Okay. Have a nice day. Okay. So, anyways, Fizz, this is gonna be the end of this stream, and
yeah, I can't do this anymore. I need something powerful. Booze, food, chocolate, something.
I'm already getting like a glass of wine after this.
It seems like the bag. I don't understand. It seems like the bag though. The characters didn't like completely overrides the characters did like. It's like is any somehow you add that I can't prove. I can just change. I just change characters don't like. Simple as that.
It took him this long.
Because you was feeling 22 and you're feeling Skull Reacher, but you just don't feel most of the others. I was like,
Most
okay,
of the others that have anything to do with any fetishes, gross sex stuff, any lesbian, like, not to say that's bad, it's just the way you use it and describe it just really comes off as really disturbing to a lot of people who would read this, if especially since you originally said general audience, person who picks this up, they're gonna probably need bleach after they read the script. I'm sorry, but it's true. And Jonan says it better than me. It's a cancer in your story, and there's some good cells there that got corrupted by the bad.
nah,
It can still be saved.
nah. Again. The most the story. Okay. For the first two issues, it's just Agent 22 just trying to kill Captain Metal. Right. It's just a one. This basically a long elongated fight scenes. Because he goes back to the bodyguard service that created him, and still imagine it's just a long fight scene of him just chasing him throughout the entire comic.
Okay.
This so
All
for the
right.
first that's the plan for the first like 2 issues.
Okay, so you've heard of the saying what less is more, less is more, less is more. So that applies with everything you do connected to weird shit. Less is
Right.
more. People can interpret things in the background. You don't even have to say anything about specific things, but that doesn't mean go ahead and make the weird. I think there was that one were hyena lady that, yeah. So don't do anything that weird in the background. Just do some research on it. Go to the library. Go basically read some books. That's all I can really say now. It was really nice. Yeah, I can't even lie to you guys. I can't. Okay, I can't. Hopefully the next time we talk, if any, if ever again, you have something. You actually have scripts. You actually have
I'm going to
some
have a complete
ideas.
comic by the end of this year. By the end of this year,
Okay,
with CGI, of course.
of
Yeah.
course. Just don't
If
waste our.
anybody's interested in my stuff, again, go to my Twitter, see my highlights, or Kate, could you drop the link I left on the private into the normal
Oh
chat?
yeah, I did.
Follow me
Like
on
I did it
Kofi.
like a couple of minutes ago. Well, not a
Follow
couple
me
of
on
minutes ago,
Kofi.
like several.
I'll be dropping some of my stories, bits of it there, to see any interest. And if you were nice enough to drop a little coin there for a guy, it's appreciated deeply.
Yeah. Hopefully by the time, again, like I said, if we ever talk again after this, you have some more ideas. You've actually
Not
changed
just
a
more
lot of
ideas. I
stuff.
will really have a complete comic, but I won't talk to you again until I have one.
Okay, that sounds good to me. That probably sounds good to everyone else because they're most likely. Wait, Jonan said. Oh, wait, //10 said if I could give some advice, it would be this. Just imagine if you were making this for some average person off the street. If there is something in there that would weird them out, take it out. Like, yeah, we've already done the research for you there, Fizz. I've asked people. Trey's asked people. I'm sure everyone else in the audience probably asked, and it most likely came out the same results. And then Jonan said, job advice: just apply on Indeed, even if you don't qualify, still do it. Yeah, I've seen plenty of people get hired even without some skill sets, but yeah. Okay. Okay. So, again, it was an okay
An
experience.
experience.
Yeah, an experience. That's better. That's better. All right, guys, you can comment down below what kind of advice you want to give Fizz, and you can go check out his channel and see his animated cartoon he made. Let him know what you think and support everybody that showed up here. They all deserve a gold medal for showing up here. My brain probably wouldn't be able to process this alone without, them and you guys here. You guys are what make this channel amazing. I want to let you guys know that my suffering, everyone else suffering through the scripts, or all the characters that we had to tolerate up to here, it was worth it. Just make sure you go check out their channels. Donate when you can. Just do it. Okay. So,
Now,
any last words?
and one last thing before I go. What did you feel
Okay.
about the promotional art piece itself?
The art pieces.
The promotional art piece of him sitting at diner. Captain Mel sitting at diner.
Oh, right. I guess I'll show that to the guys. Give me a minute. Where's that thing? Sorry, I'm just. After this, I'm gonna need a powerful drink. Okay, so we'll just get to the Twitter real quick. I'll show it just to save us some time. Okay, so here we are. So this is what you worked on. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's better than what I could do with that system. I never got a chance to really study that system, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how I want the that's pretty much how the comics are going to look.
Yeah. So local
Okay, you better
steakhouse,
add a couple extras just in case.
and then there's the stuff for Agent 22 behind the paywall.
Mm.
I'm not paying to see that,
Mm.
Like I said, I told people about your characters
Mm.
and asked if they would pay, and a lot of them said no, they wouldn't pay, and it's mostly expanded upon that. There's not enough information for them to go by and decide to go to your coffee and buy it. But I am impressed that you managed to get plenty of people onto your coffee. That's pretty impressive.
No, I didn't get plenty of people. I only got one person who donated $50 for the
Oh,
animation I made.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
That's
still
something.
managed to get $50, so.
Yes.
Oh, Jonan said, try to put hashtags so you get more attention.
I will try. I'll try. I'll go try to find hashtags that make sense.
You have to try a generator or something. There's a lot of those on Google and stuff. There's a lot of other things.
Didn't know. Just now. Thank you.
It's a lot of what YouTubers use and Instagrammers, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay. Oh, LeMay says keep practicing 3D modeling. I have a lower bar on 3D models because I suck at making them. But Trey's right. Yours is not professional level yet. You just need more practice. Yeah. Just work on that. Work on get a couple of notebooks. Write everything down for each character in their individual notebook, and just take your time. Maybe even take an internet break. Some people will get the most inspiration when they're offline. That helps.
Yeah, do some walks, go around for a run. Just sometimes go to a place like a mall and just walk around. You don't actually need to want to buy or do anything. Just walk around. So stuff will just show up in your head.
Yeah.
But I will say the real reason why this sexual stuff oftentimes comes up because again, watching bad ecchi anime that I sometimes stumble into because always look for anime to watch.
Okay.
Pisses me off and makes me want to see him get killed.
Okay. Maybe take that out of your system. Like, don't watch it if you don't like it. If you don't like it, whatever. And I know there's hate watching. Totally understandable.
I don't know. I don't keep watching. I oftentimes just stumble into this because it's just so common. Same with awful isekai stories.
Okay.
Just so common. That's so I stumble into it. It's just so common.
Okay. All right. I think everyone said their piece. Everyone is tired and exhausted from this, but
Absolutely.
Anyways, I hope you take the time to do what we've suggested. Maybe at the end of the year, things will be different. I hope. I wish you luck. And yeah. Okay. Oh wow, the dogs know it's almost the end of the stream, so oh my god, Fred, you're not a cat. Okay. Anyways. Any last words, Fizz, or is that all?
That's all. Bye
All
bye.
right. What about you, Fenrir?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, like I said, go check out everyone else's channels. They all deserve like support and such. And Fred, okay, fine. Fred, get over here. Let me bring him over here because he's been waiting to do this for a couple of days now. Okay, Fred, what do you
God.
want?
Support my fishy cracker fix.
Fred?
Go to the coffee. Support us.
Okay, Fred, that's a little bit too much. Okay. You heard Fred, guys. Go to my coffee, buy Fred's fishy crackers. You'll get a half body drawing for free every month. And that's about it, guys. So, stay safe. Stay cool. Or warm in this case. And stay hydrated. This is Dazzling Kate signing the fuck out of here.
God, I need a drink.